Too sweet, my brothers of the Wolfpack. What is going on? It feels like forever since I've seen you all. It feels like forever since we've done this. It's been 2 weeks. Hopefully you guys aren't too pissed off out there that you don't want to watch us tonight because we missed last week, but it's pretty much just once a year that we take a hiatus. So I had a lot of fun. I went to Tennessee, drank some whiskey, did some wine tastings, did some stuff with the kids, historical stuff. I'm back and better than ever. I have a new mug, and yes, it might be whiskey, and yes, it is. So happy to be here with you guys. Good to see all of my brothers on the panel. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday to you all. And how are we doing tonight?
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh no! Oh no!
It might be a little rust tonight. We might have to shake it off just a little bit, but I think we'll get in the swing.
I don't know what to do with my hands, sir.
You know, the good news about missing last week, it was really a light week. Like, it was kind of like, thank you, Lord, for not dropping something really high heat on us where we couldn't really go live. So that was nice. And we got some stuff to talk about tonight, which I'm excited about. Another Vader. Does Vader seem like he's becoming the new Iron Man to anybody, or not yet?
Oh gosh, he's getting there. But the thing about these new Vaders is they're looking pretty badass. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's just another one with a different color. He's looking pretty good. So
True.
I don't know. Revisit this question if they start repainting Vader.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Giving us the.
What did Steve say?
Sorry, I just remembered I got to pre-order that battle damage Vader to get that coin, baby. Let's go! I'm about to do it right now.
Oh, Hot Toys has us collecting
not the coin,
coins
not the coin, the mask. The
in
mask.
The game.
He's the mask. I forgot. I nearly forgot. I gotta do that right now. Because I think
share your screen while you do it.
No, but I'm pretty sure he's like 1 day, 14 hours left. If you want the mask.
Does anybody really care about the coin, or what's the draw of the coin? Is it just to say I have the best of the best, or like, do we really care about coins? Are we putting them in a shadow box, or what are we doing with these coins? Because I
care
don't
now.
get it.
I'm too deep now to not care about the coins.
I would say
every coin.
I think I said it in the chat. I was like, "Oh, this is just going to be a reminder of how hard Hot Toys has just absolutely obliterated my wallet. Just freaking a line of coin.
You get one, and now you got to get them all. It's like this
it's like all the Dark Side event ones, and then the Grievous is another coin. So it's
not a difference in price though, is it? It's just get it in 20 days or whatever, and okay.
Yeah, it's just a way for them to secure your pre-order.
Yeah,
like, it's a status. It just tells you like you're better collected than the rest of us who waited.
So what happens?
Have like a keychain that they used to do on the DXs, because I could actually maybe at least use that. But coin, we're coin collectors now, just like our fathers before us. So
now I will say it would be cool to get like a framed coin like thing, like where you put all the coins in and have it above your desk or something. That would be kind of
like
cool.
the infomercials that come on like 3 a.m.
Yeah, with all the quarters.
Like the whole set.
Yeah.
That's going to be me. I'm going to get a little acrylic coin thing.
Something like a plexiglass holder for the coin next to the figure to display it. DLO's thinking.
I'm just gonna have it on my desk.
I'm just thinking about how nerdy do I want my life to become if I start doing stuff like that with my figures.
Then we'll be collecting spoons and bells and ceramic.
I can get behind
fine
bells.
china,
right?
like my grandma. Oh gosh.
Where do we draw the line? I don't know. The coin has. I don't care about the coin. I almost feel like I don't want to pre-order even more, just because I feel like it's their tactic to get me to pre-order. Like, we really want you to pre-order, we're going to give you this coin, and I'm like, no, you're trying really hard. It's like playing hard to get. Like, I'm going to try even harder not to pre-order now and wait it out, because I don't want to collect pre-orders like we used to back in the day. So I'm trying to limit how many pre-orders I have, so that's not anything that's going to win me over. But I know people like Steve,
they're working. It's a work in progress. Like in fairness here, this isn't the first time. Like, they try with Loki, try to give us some really cool stickers. Didn't work, so they're moving it up to coins.
Right.
Eventually, I don't know, maybe like hard cash. Like one box will have like
just
$5,000 in it
give me
there.
$20 off if I like a percentage off.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine they did like a Wonger thing where there's a golden ticket and one hot toy, and you get to go to like the hot toy factory?
Oh gosh!
Holy cow!
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Howard, do it.
Are you watching?
Yeah,
that would get us
43
to buy, right?
in the house.
I'd buy for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would like something like something like that would be awesome too. Yeah, some sort of thing that I could like utilize. You know.
Damn.
But-
Am I the only one getting the coins, or
Yeah, it's just you, dude.
I
You
have
have a problem.
I have
You're
Darth
sick.
Maul. Darth
I
Maul's
shouldn't?
coin.
I shouldn't have done it.
Got it.
Rob
Oh
got a
yeah, Darth Maul's coin. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe I did
Oh, well.
too, actually, because that
Yeah,
one
you
I
probably
did
did.
secure. So, could you imagine if I avoided the coin?
No coin
just
for
to
me.
piss
I didn't
off?
do it. I still haven't done it yet, so I know I don't have it.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to. Can you see if you got the coin or not by your
Yeah.
pre-orders?
I mean, if
Yeah, I
it'll
think
just say
it's like-
special edition.
Collect. Yeah.
Okay.
Special.
So I might have a coin coming. If anybody wants to buy it for like $50, I will sell it. Anyways, it's good to be
bad.
back. Good to shoot the shit with you guys tonight. We had a couple figures to talk about, but other than that, I mean, I'm kind of just looking forward to shooting the shit with you guys, catching up, seeing if there's anything that I missed from last week. I do have something new behind me before I check in with the chat. 3 monos. I want to try to get a video out tomorrow or Friday on the new setup. So the Bleedens are gone, and thank God I don't have to say that word anymore. They were nice, but man, these are very impressive in their own right. So I'm very happy with these. They're from Maju Space, if anybody isn't aware. But it's a really nice look in this corner. I wish DLO would have been here when these were already here, because it is more impressive, but we'll save that for the next time. But yeah, they just look great. I got the Batman in here. Put Vader in here as well. Obviously, the DX8 Joker, which is a fan favorite. But I'm going to do a video. I don't think anybody's really shown like 3 or more of them together to see like kind of like what Brick has there with like what we used to do with DTOFs, or what some of us still do with DTOFs, and just kind of a different look, but the same kind of technique. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So that video is going to come out soon. Little cheap plug there for my channel, but let's just check in and see who's joining us tonight. We got Adric23, channel member. Hello, fellow collectors. We have Valkyrie Magnus is here as well. Let's effing go. So happy to have Wolfpack Wednesdays back. Great to see you guys. Literally too sweet. Too sweet. And we got Luke Christian says, what a better way to spend my birthday than with the Wolfpack. Let's go. Happy very birthday to you. Cheers, everybody, to Luke Christian.
Cheers.
You sweet and a cheers.
Thank you for joining us on your birthday. It does make us feel special. We got Tyler FL in the house. What's up, everyone? Star Wars back on the agenda. You better believe it. Christian Cooper, my friend, what's up? How are you? Yeah, and I was just noticing all of the hardcore wolves we got each and every week. So props to you guys that come and hang out with us. We got Born Again. Hope all is well. Went down the YouTube rabbit hole. Found myself watching the Tom Green show from MTV. Laughed more than I should. If you could have any funny men 1/6 from TV movies, who would it be? Man, Tom Green. Remember like the bum song? My bum is on the cheese. My bum is on the cheese.
my god!
I'm so glad you started singing before it, because I was so tempted to rip out the song. But yeah,
I
how could
forgot
you
all
forget
about
that?
until you started singing it?
My bum
That's
is on the
crazy.
ship. Oh man, it's kind of weird that we found that entertaining. But what comedian or funny person from the movies would you guys have in 1/6? I think I already have mine, but I want to hear your guys's.
So many. Who wants to go first? I know
I'll
someone's
go
going to steal it.
first. I'll go first.
Go, Steven.
Wait, are we just saying like, oh, it can be more than one person? 100% would be Chris Farley and David Spade from Tommy Boy. 100%. That's ultimate comedy 2-pack. Is that?
That would be really good.
That's all I would need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
There's
wanna
only
go next?
one answer. That's actually no. Well, probably more, but the number one answer, Robin Williams.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
specific
mine.
movie or just him as Robin Williams?
Gosh, I mean, it can be any. I mean, Mrs. Doubtfire immediately comes to hand, but I mean, I love Pan. I'm such a huge fan. of
Dude,
Pan.
I love Hook. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean
him as
Hook. I'm
Pan.
sorry. Yeah,
No, but him
Hook.
as Pan would be sick as a
Yeah.
1/6. That'd be cool. Dude, the opening, just like the baseball game, we always miss his kid's game, and then They go on the airplane. He draws a picture of him with no parachute, or she does, the daughter.
Yeah.
That's so
Where's
good.
But you know what? Like, can I throw? There's so many good ones. I mean, I don't want to steal one from you, but like, Ben Stiller is supremely underrated.
Oh yeah,
Oh, so funny.
Supremely underrated. But okay, keep going.
man, I gotta go with Dumb and Dumber.
Damn it! You stole mine.
I know. I thought you would say that, but or even like Billy Madison, but
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber would be really cool. And then give us I think Justin
Madison.
said this before, like a 1.6 the dog van. What was that called again? The
the
hound van or
sheepdog.
whatever. Sheepdog. Thank you. That would be really cool to have.
He's
him.
driving a 1984.
And then give us like a headless bird, for him to hold and just
There's so
Bird.
many. There's so many. Even the
Bird.
briefcase. You know, the
Bird.
briefcase. You have so many accessories.
Briefcase,
Yeah,
yeah.
those two together,
Be so
Jeff
cool.
Daniels and
little scooter.
Jim Carrey would be
Samsonite.
great. That's
Yeah,
way
a little
off.
scooter would be cool.
There's so many more. We're
Dude,
not
even a
even
toilet.
right
Give me
now.
a toilet. Do
Say
the-
what? Wait, context for that. What?
Do
Oh
the
yeah.
scene where he's
I
taking a
just thought
shit,
we-
So
So we veered right on that one for a second
Yeah.
there, but oh yes, that's right. Okay, that's the deluxe.
The deluxe
I know they've kind of already done this. I don't know if it's third party, but Django. It's one of my favorite. Like,
So you mean
funny
like Jamie
movies.
Foxx, the comedian Jamie Foxx? Okay,
I would
all
want
right.
in character of Django and then the Doctor,
Dude.
Dr. Schultz. I would want those two
Oh,
as well
that would be cool.
Dude,
for Hot Toys to do them. I think that
if I
would
got
be,
Jamie Foxx, it would be his character from Booty Call. You guys probably don't even know about that one.
Dude, you know what? I saw
It's a
Booty
funny
Call.
movie.
Hold on. I saw Booty Call so long ago. I had no idea he was in that movie.
Yes, that was him back in his day.
Okay.
Gosh,
That's the movie where it's like late at night, right? And they're just calling for a booty call.
it's a
and
self-explanatory movie.
like, yeah, yeah.
dude. Chris Farley
That's the
would
plot.
be amazing.
That's the plot.
Yeah, I remember
They
that.
didn't even need a trailer. They just the title.
Oh,
Good stuff. Good answers. Some
Just
really
explain the
classic
title. Good stuff.
comedians there too. R.I.P. to Robin Williams and Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Um,
Another good Robin Williams would be Mrs. Doubtfire.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Great question, Born Again. Thank you for always getting us started. We got Brad Cormack in the house. Just got his mono. How you doing on that building there, Brad? Hope you're doing well up in the northern Michigan area. We got Music and Collectibles. Good evening. Hello, Doc Bat. Good to see you. We got Stacy here. Good evening, Wolfpack and fellow collectors. So good to have the pack back. The pack is back. We got Nomar. What's up, Wolfpack? Too sweet to you, my friend. X-Man Supreme is here in the house. Good to have you. Everybody saying happy birthday to Luke as well. Don't lie, Jedi. You're not rusty. You're 10 whiskeys in. No. I'm not yet. But if we go on long enough, then yeah, we'll see. We got Primetime Reviews here. Another channel member. What's up, dudes? What's going on, Brandon? Hope you're doing well this fine evening. We got Neilorific here. Greeting, Earthlings. How do we like Return of the Jedi Vader? Ooh, I think we're going to start with that, so stay tuned. Universal Key. Good evening, everyone. Darth Tamaris. What's up, fellas? Striker 47. Happy Wolfpack Wednesday. Everyone saw the release of the Return of the Jedi. It looks great, but I'm sticking with my battle damage from Obi-Wan. The ultimate battle damage Vader I'll get. Yeah, it's a good question to ask, too. Like, not only what do we think, but is this something we're all going to pick up? And do we need this? And when is enough when it comes to Darth Vader? SG Collectibles. Welcome back, Wolfpack. The movie canon. What's going on, Geo? We got Jose in the house as well. What's up, everyone? Commander Green is here. Hello. Conquer Knight. Good evening to you. Got my mono delivered today. I hope yours was in good shape. And yeah, I hope you have an easy time setting it up. Don't forget to reference my first video on the mono if you need help building. I didn't do an exact step-by-step, but I did try to explain what I did to build it, or you can use the instructions that are online. And we have Jazzy in the house as well. Good evening, Wolfpack. We got Batman Collectibles joining us tonight. Yeah, the damaged boxes are a thing, unfortunately. Brick's was damaged. Mine was damaged. Steve's was damaged. I had a light come in damaged or bent, as well as a chip in the corner of the plexiglass shelf. It's an odd-sized box, I would say. It's very long. and UPS certainly doesn't seem to be handling them with care. So if anybody gets a damaged mono, take pictures of the box, take pictures of your shipping label, take pictures of anything inside that's damaged, send to ModuSpace themselves so that they can then do a claim with UPS and get that sorted out. There's a lot of foam in there, like it's packaged in there, but then at the same time, a lot of it shifts and whatnot with the box getting like thrown around and destroyed. So I don't know. Something's got to change though. So hopefully you guys don't have any damaged parts. Going to Tampa Bay Comic-Con next Friday through Sunday and meeting the GOAT, Hayden Christensen. Congrats. It's a big deal.
Nice.
Cool.
Christian, I'm going to get you my Anakin to get signed for me.
That'd be cool. We got John Candy 16. That would be fun. That would be fun.
That would be cool.
Oh, I just lost my spot. Okay. Yep, Dumb and Dumber. Michael. Oh, how did I not think of this? The Office.
Ooh, that's an easy miss, right?
Oh
Jeez.
man, that might trump Dumb and Dumber for me. That'd be
What?
close.
Okay, like let's
close.
not get crazy here.
Be close. Michael Scott and Dwight, Jim and Pam. Oh man, and where do you stop that line? That would be a rabbit hole of a line. Where do you
Yes.
stop? Because you got to get Kevin. I don't know. There's so many good ones. Stanley. Yeah, lots of good ones out there. It's tough. Oh, we got Jedi Sushi. Happy Gilmore. Pretty good.
Ooh, I got a good one. Just thought of it right now. Stifler.
Stifler's a good one.
Stifler would be a good one.
Stiffmeister.
All
Yeah.
American
Shag and
Pie would be
Wagon, I
funny.
like that, yeah.
Get the apple
I
pie.
am the Stiffmeister.
We got Sonny
Shermanator.
Velas in the
I'd buy that
house.
one for you
Hello.
personally, Sneaker.
The Shermanator.
I would personally go on my way to buy it for you.
The Shermanator?
Yep, the Shermanator.
Gosh.
I am the Shermanator.
You know, I saw an article that the nude scene, that people were like getting offended by it nowadays and saying like this wouldn't be something that would be in movies now, or shouldn't be in movies now.
Yeah.
And it's like the
They
whole
can't- they
movie
can't
though, is
do
a joke.
comedies
You,
anymore.
you can't take that.
No, not at
movie
all.
seriously
So
at
they point
all.
out
Like,
that scene from that movie and not
the whole
pie.
thing is inappropriate.
Yeah.
The pie is okay.
There's
Pie
worse
itself is
parts.
Fine.
Right.
I'd have
Keep
pie in
going.
there. No problem. Don't bring that up.
Super glue to the nads. Like, come on.
Oh man, we got How You Figure in the house, another channel member. Thank you for the support, Justin. Good to see the Wolfpack again on a Wednesday. Let's go. Fad Gadget is here as well. Hello. Collection Obsession, another channel member. I'm late. What did I miss? We're just catching up. We talked about the mono a little bit. We talked about 1/6 figures we'd like to see of comedians. I think that's about it. Yeah, we're just saying hi to everybody. Hammer of God, good evening to you. Queso Blanco, good to see you. Hey everyone, rough day for me. Hope you all doing well. Just stopping by. I know Brick had a rough day too, but hey, if you can hang out for a little bit, we'll try to lift your spirits. So hopefully your day gets better, your night gets better, and tomorrow is always a new start. Let's see. I got all the parts out of the damaged box. Make sure that everything was okay. Assembly starts tomorrow. Not too bad. It's not too bad. So as long as you know what you're doing. Brick, what's on your hat?
It's just a Vans. It's got a dog.
Hmm.
So nothing
Nice.
crazy.
We got Carlos Esteban in the house. Hello, everyone. One Adam 12. Thank you for being a channel member. Hey, Wolfpack, too sweet.
Sweet.
I got a few damaged figures in the past 2 weeks from Sideshow. Whew. Dang.
One of them Deadpool.
Man, get well soon.
Oh, I
Get
guess
well
Sideshow
soon.
hasn't shipped those out,
UPS. Man, I always thought UPS was like top of the food chain, but not so much anymore, huh?
They're fine for me. It's just
I've
Yeah,
never
the
had a problem,
monos.
but
I've never
except
had
for
a
the
problem
mono
either.
Stuff. Then again,
like a
it's
double
coming-
box.
It's coming
Double
from
box,
halfway
yeah.
across the world too, so God
Double
only knows
box
what it's
all
been
day.
through. Yeah, I've never done double box. I'm too cheap. Batman Collectible says my side panels are
Pay that
scratched to hell.
$3 and get a double box.
Yeah, UPS is garbage. Dwight Schrute coming to Cali in November. Ooh, Seinfeld's another good one.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah, I was thinking Seinfeld, Friends. Friends would
Easy
be cool.
line. Easy line. You only got to
Yeah.
do 4 or 5 figures for that.
That 70s show would be cool, and then having like the table.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
That would be good. Very good. Cheech and Chong. Has that ever been made?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, definitely size. Do you think
White
Moducase
Castle.
will ever do a lid cover replacement? I'm not sure I'm following. Steve, do you know what he's asking there?
A lid cover. I wonder, like, I don't know. Is it like talking about the
Like-
front acrylic like panel? Like the one that
I imagine it
magnetizes
is.
onto? That's probably what he's talking about.
Okay. I would assume you could.
Yeah, the panel.
You can. I think anything
one?
you get that's damaged, it would be replaceable.
It is.
So I would just
but what
reach
if
out to
it
them.
gets? What if you have something that gets scratched over time? Maybe like the front panel.
I'm sure if you reach out to them and just
They would-
told them what your issue was,
they
they'd
would do
probably do
order.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
you might have to pay for it, but I'm sure they would figure out something for you.
Yeah. Rose in the house. What up?
What's
Thank
up,
you
bro?
for joining us tonight. How you doing? We got Kenny Lang in the house. Can't forget Mike Myers and Austin Powers with a
Man,
Dr. Evil. Yeah,
there's
I've
a
seen
lot.
the
How do we
custom
not
that,
think
and
of
that was
Austin
really good,
Powers
too.
Artisan would be sick?
Yeah.
Artisan
Ace
hair and
Ventura.
artisan.
Was that Sideshow that tried that a couple years ago, and it didn't look the best?
No.
was Sideshow.
It was a third party company, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm thinking of The Mask, actually. Maybe I'm thinking The Mask.
Yeah, because I thought it was Sideshow. It was an older figure. It was okay, but it wasn't good enough for me to like want to add to the collection, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've always wanted that mask figure.
Side note: I did get the coin for Darth Maul.
Nice.
Coin
Oh.
collector, and I didn't even know it.
Just cancel it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cancel it, lose my NRD just to
hypocrite.
spite them, and get the one that doesn't have the coin now. Yes. All right. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody here. We got Mitchell in the house passing through. Well, hello, and thank you for stopping in. How you figure with the 199 super chat says double box. He's given
There you
me $2 to double box my next figure. I appreciate the
40
the
cents.
donation. Yeah, but you might have wanted to give me $3 because YouTube's going to take $1 out of that. So just give me another super chat. We'll call it square. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I do have
He's
something
not.
for you. I'm not.
Cheers. Cheers. To Wolfpack, to Collector's Own, to you guys. Cheers.
Thanks for all the support, everybody.
Thank you.
Man, that Conan statue. That's cool.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, that was really cool. Police Academy. The real GP says they are 100% dust proof, right? Is anything really 100%? And no, I would say they're 99% because they have a little hole in the back where the wires come through. So I would say it's 99%. There is no other area where anything can get in. But I will tell you something funny, and this might look bad on Moducase, but it's really not. It's maybe just bad on my house. I come home from being gone for a week, and I got freaking spiders with cobwebs inside the bottoms of my Moducases in my basement. Now, take note, I do have a spider problem, so we have to get sprayed twice a year.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a disclaimer now.
Spider problem.
Most of it's my
So
fault.
I
but,
really don't blame this on Maju Space at all, but the fact that they come through the little wire hole in the back, I'm probably now going to get like blue putty and just jam it back there.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
And I was just like, because it was in my tumbler case. I'm like, you better not be like laying eggs like in the tumbler where I can't
wow.
get to. And
Wow.
so I was a little pissed about that. But no, I would say 99%.
Or their little spider poop, the little white spot dots, you know, on your Batmobile. Ugh. Suck.
Yeah, I think I caught it early enough, but yeah. So 99%. It's true. Module Space really is accommodating. I know there are some problems with things coming damaged. This stuff does travel halfway across the world. But they are very accommodating. Brian has great customer service. He'll help you if there is a problem. Things will get replaced. He's going to be sending me a new light and shelf here soon too. So at least you know if it sucks because you waited so long for these cases that if something is broken, it really sucks. So there's nothing that can take that away. But at the same time, there's comfort in knowing they will take care of you. Trash Panda is here. What is up? 16 Star Wars Pimpazoid. What's up? Do any of you guys have USB hubs in your module cases? I'm redoing mine right now with USB hubs to plug in all these newer figures. I do. I have 2 or 3, I think. How about you guys? Anybody have any hubs?
No. Nope.
I am going to be adding them since I'm in the middle of construction right now, waiting on module cases just like everybody else is. Hence the move into the cases. I've been talking about this for, a year plus now, where I'm going to move everything. So I'm in my new official home. This is the side of the room. So I got cases that are going to be behind me now. So I said to myself, since I'm going to have to take some of this down to put it back up, because I'm also going to raise them up as well too, I'm going to learn from my mistake when I first got them and really focus on future-proofing my cases and getting the wiring done the right way. So that way I can have USB hubs in my cases flowing in. So if I ever want to do anything else, CCFL lightsabers, whatever Hot Toys throws in their boxes, and so on and so forth, like my cases are ready for them. So I'm going to be doing that myself real soon.
That's a good point. Future proofing. That's what I did when I added my 655s. I just wired in USB-Cs and they're just laying there in case. Because it's really a pain if you have to go behind, especially if like DLO, I know you have 3 next to each other. Like it's easier if you have 2 because then you come on the outsides. But then if you have something in the middle, how do you get to that unless you come through all the way on one side? So yeah, if you can think about the future and just, wire some of the rows for future figures, because a lot of them are going to the USB powered. I think that's a good idea. How about you, Steve? Are you thinking about doing that?
I'm literally in the same boat as D-Lo. Like right now I'm revamping everything. I just bought like a couple new power strips that have like a USB, I think it's USB-A plugins in them. So my plan is USB hubs inside of there, and then I'm or either USB hubs. I'll probably have the hubs on the outside, but I have like these long USB-C to A cables. So like I'm going to have those in the case along the back connected to like bases and whatnot. And I'll route them to the hub. I'm going to plug that hub into my power strip. And then the strips I actually have set up on smart plugs. So like you guys have kind of seen it when I come down into my basement, I say like, hey, turn on basement lights to Google. It lights up literally all my stuff at once. So that's really cool. I'm working on revamping that right now. Really all I have to buy are the hubs. I have the cables. I just need to look and see what all I need to light up. I'm in the process of doing that and then getting all the cables in. So it's a process, but it's definitely worth it. Like D-Lo said, to do like some future proofing and just get that stuff in there. So yeah,
it's just a pain because you don't want to ever go back there. After you got everything set up, you got them exactly the way your figures look great. You don't want to go back there ever again.
Yeah.
Like
it's a nightmare.
You want that's where you 99.9% he's talking about. Let it go in the back. Never visit that place ever again.
I agree. Yeah, and I thought about moving my Batmobile, my 89 Batmobile back to the DFs. Forgot that I had a back half shelf in there, but also I'd have to rewire that too. I'm just like, it's just not worth it. So like if you can think ahead, then you don't have those problems. But yeah, I don't know if you're always going to have your ass covered, but if you can do the most you can think of for that time, then at least you're kind of good to go. Good question. We got Renda Creator. What up, gang? Jose says, sick Chargers jersey. Thank you. He says, Chargers are my team. Best jerseys in the NFL. I agree. Yeah. Packers are my team through and through, but Justin Herbert's my guy, and I love this jersey too. So,
it's your man crush.
And I'm ready for football. So,
it's weird, man. Never
remember.
Never would I either.
Unknowingly swallow 3 spiders.
It's weird,
a year.
man.
It's weird, man.
It's a weird relationship. Use adhesive neosporin sponge from foam to cover the small gap.
That's actually pretty cool. Case. I like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, spiders suck. They're everywhere. They're everywhere I live, and they just get into everything. Yeah, we're due for a spray around the house here. We got Thrawn's office in the house. Hello, Pack. Pack chat. In the chat of the pack. Just had a baby girl tonight. Woohoo! Congrats to Thrawn's office. Wow, dude. And the fact that you're even here is amazing. We really appreciate that. Yeah, congrats. Let's see if I got something for for Thrawn's office.
If you do, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I know who
I'm
your
trying
favorite
Just
to-
Wolfpack
occasion.
member is.
I'm just gonna say this. This is what I
You
got.
honor me with
Yes! That's awesome!
That is awesome.
There you go. Congrats. Congrats, Ron.
congrats.
You honor me with your gesture.
Yeah, you honor me with your gesture. I know who your favorite Wolfpack member is.
We got Brandon in the house as well. What's up, guys? What's going on, Brandon? Hope you're doing well. Dave's Man Cave. Hey, guys, just tuned in from Ireland. Just uploading the 22 Jazz Inc. Batmobile should be up on my channel within the hour. Love the show. Always tune in live when possible. If not, always catch the replay. I always appreciate you, anybody who's not local, like to the States, watching us live or even just catching the replay. That means a lot. So congrats on that 22 Batmobile. I know Steve's got that and he loves it, so I'm sure you will too. But looks like a beast. All right. We are caught up, guys, now that DLO has dropped out of the race. I did a... So I talked in the beginning, I'm going to do a video about these cases this week, but I haven't done like a full-on tour in a while. So I just did a poll and asked you guys if you'd like to see a poll. I'm going to end that, or if you'd like to see a tour, I'm going to end that poll right now. So 72% said yes with a voiceover. 12% said yes, but only with cinematic. 9% said no, I've seen enough, and 6% said no, too many tours out there. Okay, so I'll do a tour with voiceover, kind of like explaining the figure, why I love it, why it's in my collection. So that'll be coming in the next few weeks. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, let's get down and dirty, shall we? With Darth Vader. Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader was released yesterday, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
So, we have a standard and a deluxe. I think this turned out really well. Before we get into the figure itself, though, they gave us a design update, much like with Mantis. Does anybody know exactly what's different from Proto to this? Is it the dome? Like, because I know Empire Strikes Back, the dome sits a little too high, or there's too much of a gap on from the eyes to the dome, and it just looked a little odd. Where maybe this might be more front facing, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Help me out here.
I think they were. Yeah, I think they refined. Like, I think really, like, initially it looked more like the Empire Strikes Back, like they almost reused it essentially. And this is like good to see this update where it's more Return of the Jedi accurate.
Yeah, it definitely has more in common with the Obi-Wan Kenobi one, as opposed to that Empire Strikes, because that Empire Strikes Back one was just really kind of a letdown as far as that one's concerned. That's probably the weakest out of all the Vaders we've got. And it's not a bad figure. I mean, I love what it comes with. Like, the accessories really make that figure a lot better. But yeah, I mean, this is at least in my opinion, the definitive Vader. I know there's another one out there that everybody's excited about now, but this is the one I've been waiting for years.
Now, D'Lo, you still have the Empire Strikes Back. Do you know? I know I remember seeing these on Empire Strikes Back. Was there all the detail on top as well, or what's new here? Because I know they've done a little bit more detail here as well under the dome.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar. I mean, I can't, like, without pulling out the figure now, I couldn't honestly tell you that much of the difference there, because I just never really take it off, if I'm being honest, unless it falls off on its own. That's kind of like my
Which
biggest.
happens all the time.
Yeah, which is all the time. But
so hopefully they fix that here too. I know it's going to be friction fitting, but hopefully it's a little better design. But we get the Sebastian Shaw sculpt, which is something we've been calling for a long time. And I know Brandon in the chat says it reminds me of the 1/4 Vader with the head sculpt. Yeah, it's pretty much exact same thing shrunken down. You get something that I really like too is the chopped off hand. Like, this is probably how I'm going to display mine with the portrait and then the hand. I don't think I'm going to use this at all. Any of you guys interested in the lightning effect?
Now the lightning effect is a removal, correct? Like it's not like it doesn't have to be on there. It's just
correct.
Okay. I mean, for photos, I think it'd be fun to play with that there, but I just don't see a full-time use for just one random glowing style helmet when everything else doesn't have any other effects to go along with that there.
So I pre-ordered the deluxe, but I'm looking at everything it comes with. Like I looked at the sideshow unboxing, and I believe it's the base with the arms and then the stairs, and then you get this helmet with the lightning effect. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna use that. I'm almost thinking this is one of those few where I think I'd rather have the non-deluxe than the deluxe. It's too late now, I have it pre-ordered, but I don't think I'm ever gonna use that head sculpt or even the steps in that figure. Can you guys justify not going deluxe on this, or are you still sticking with like deluxe or die?
I guess I'll go first. I 100% disagree with you on that. You absolutely go deluxe on this one here. Yeah, like 1,000% on this one. This is
deluxe.
Like this is the, like I said, this is the definitive for an original trilogy fan specifically. Growing up, this is Darth Vader. Sebastian Shaw is Darth Vader for a lot of us for nearly 30 years before anybody called Hayden Christian Anakin ever.
Yeah.
Like, so you got to understand there's a whole generation. Like this is the XO facto one. And in fairness as well too, like also everything that seems like going forward is really pushing forward towards like Hayden Christensen's version of Darth Vader. So this is unique in itself. Like this is the only time you've ever seen Vader without his mask on, played by Sebastian Shaw. So like, I don't want to throw the word grill out, but I'd say like over time, this one will be probably more sought after than any of the other ones that are either out now or going to be planned in the future. Because it's going to be Hayden Christensen all the way moving forward. This is the one only Sebastian Shaw one you're ever going to get. You're ever going to see Hot Toys produce, unless they do a 2.0 next month or something like that, which let's pray to God they don't do that. But God, I wish I didn't say that point. But you get my drift. Now, as far as like the point of going deluxe or not, where I feel like it's absolutely like injustice if you do, dude, the most iconic moment in Star Wars history, the final battle between Vader and Luke.
It just never looks like this.
But dude, I mean, you put Luke Skywalker next to those stairs in a pose right next to Vader fighting, or maybe even Vader on his knees with the cut off arm. My gosh, do you have a beautiful display like nothing else? It's gonna light up that section of the case like 1,000%. Now, it doesn't look like much. I mean, it doesn't look like it's like made out of the best material, but if you just use your imagination on how you can actually make this Vader stand out compared to the other ones, I think you're going to see a justification really quickly. Deluxe is the way to go because, you know, most of us are going to have more than one Vader in our display. This one on its own, if you just keep them regular like this, it's kind of plain, right? Because you can do that with the Obi-Wan. You can do all the sort of ones we already have. But what makes this one different is just the fact that this is like final boss Darth Vader. This is the end of Vader's death.
True.
So for me, like to have the head sculpt, to have the stairs, to have the options, even if it's the stupid electrical effects they put on top of that glowing helmet, I just got to have that all. Like, because I just never know what my mood's going to be. And I definitely want to make sure I maximize this figure because it's going to be one of a kind Vader.
Well said. You might have won me over. Sneaker, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, DLO made a really good point about, like, I think right now there's like just Vader fatigue. And I don't think like there's like, he hit on the point of it just being like one of the most iconic versions of Vader, right? I feel like there's just so many Vaders right now. There's the Vader fatigue and it's like, oh, here's just another Vader. But this is
sold
like
out everywhere pretty much.
Yeah. And this is like this is, and I know also, I don't want to like downplay it either because I know some people were waiting for this over like the Kenobi Vader. So this is like definitely something that's going to be popular, but I do think like Vader fatigue plays a factor in it. But I agree 100% with what Dilo said. Like you have to go deluxe and get the stairs with this figure. I don't know why like you wouldn't. I mean, I guess like for me, that's me personally. The stairs with Luke and like this is one of the top. Like this might be my top lightsaber battle in Star Wars. Like this is one of the most iconic scenes of Star Wars. It's my favorite version of Luke Skywalker. Like, I'm hoping at some point we get an updated Luke to like pair with this. Honestly, I'm still waiting for like the best Return of the Jedi version of Luke, but yeah, I agree. I went deluxe. I don't really like the light up head. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. I'm also probably not gonna use like the light up base arms. Like if I put it on that base, I'm not going to use those arms with the helmet sitting on them. I'm not really a fan. I don't really feel like that's something that's necessary to have on there. The base is cool, but the stairs is, yeah, like having him posed up or Luke posed up on the stairs with Vader, like DLO said, like on the, like maybe like on the ground, bent up with his, like his hand damaged. Like that is, like you can do some really cool stuff with this. So I
Dude,
agree.
imagine if you have the Emperor, not to cut you off. What if you have the Emperor on his throne? He's just sitting in the back, your background, and he's like, that is going to look amazing in someone's collection.
Yeah, this actually is like very similar to what I did with Black Series. Like I had a little like SH Figure Arts like Death Star backdrop, like a window backdrop with Emperor on the throne, and then I had them like battling each other. Like it's just such an iconic scene, right? So the helmet, yeah, like even seeing the helmet in the video, it's just not something that I would ever use. But honestly, deluxe version for me is worth it just to have like the stairs, like the diorama stairs. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it. Looks great too. I'm really happy with what they did with the helmet. They definitely made it like they definitely cleaned up the helmet and made it look more like the helmet looks different than the other Vaders that are out, and like it definitely looks closer to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, Ryan said dome is updated, the flared portion has been corrected, the mouth triangle has been shrunken and corrected, the lenses have been adjusted. He does look good. I mean, something always seemed off to me about Empire Strikes Back, and that's why I sold that figure. It's like DLO said, it's still a good figure. All the Vaders are good, but like it does seem like the weakest one, and this one looks spot on to me. The only thing I wish they would have changed is the gloves, because the gloves are a pain in the ass to get on, and even my Obi-Wan Vader, it's literally just held up by friction because it won't peg in. So if I bump it, it's going to fall right off. So I wish they would have, just, you know, kind of like what we have with like Batman. You know, if the gauntlets, instead this would be the glove, and then you just have the glove hand that pegs onto that. You know, but 3.0 or 2.0, we'll get it then. Brick.
Yeah,
I know you're on the stance of you have the Rogue One Vader, which is awesome. So you're gonna pass on this one. But
yeah,
thoughts?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just thoughts.
You know, I've been saying this to you guys and maybe even the chat for a very long time. I think this is the best looking Vader. I've been very excited for this Vader. And I mean, that head sculpt alone would be so badass next to my Rogue One and have like two Vaders. Like if I could have two Vaders, it would be this and my Rogue One. Those would be the two Vaders I'd be happy with. I don't need Kenobi, even though it's a badass figure. But, you know, like my collection is just a little different. Of course, I need my Star Wars representation, but like I focus more on Marvel. I'm trying to get more into DC too. So, and then with everything just dropping like crazy, I kind of got, you know, taken back a little bit, and just thinking about it, like, you know, I think I'm gonna hold, and with what Dila was saying was like, this is gonna be the one that's like sought after. I'm like, damn it, because you know, eventually I'm gonna want this, and I'm not gonna be able to really find it for a good price, possibly. But we will see. I mean, but about that deluxe, you have to get that staircase. I think if you're gonna get this Vader, you got to go all in.
My art box.
Yeah. But I think you just got to go all in. I think this is by far the best Vader, and I guess I could have, you know, I could sell my Rogue One and then use that money toward this, but I don't know, man. I just don't like selling. It's such a pain in the butt.
I'm gonna start a poll.
Like it's just, I don't know. But no, really cool figure. Wish I could have it, but I just can't. Too much going on.
Yeah, I say just real quick to add on to it, like I've been looking online lately just to kind of see like what the stock looks like for retailers out there. This sucker's gone. Like this sucker's gone here. Truth be told, like I got mine with Hawk Wars Toys. I got mine with him. I think he has a few more in stock. So shout out to him for helping me out there, because once I spoke to him, I started just kind of looking at all the major names, pop culture even too. They're all gone now, dude. Like I feel like I feel like we get sellouts right in the States, but like you can still find it. But I think some of these, like a couple of these here, are gonna be just like under the radar, like sold out, like for real figures. And I think this one's one of them. It just seems like, I don't know, between kind of what Steve said with the fatigue with Vaders and all your options out there, I just feel like people are gonna either get this one here and probably get that battle damage one that's on the way. Kenobi one is gonna be bouncing around a little bit there, but yeah, man, if you're a diehard OG fan, like you gotta get this one here, in my opinion. I think if you don't get any other one, you get this one.
So
it's just, yeah.
I started a poll and asked if Brick should sell Rogue One Vader and get this one.
That's gonna be 95% yes.
That's close, actually. But the more I think about it, the more I think he should, because of what DLO said. Like, Rogue One is the best made. Well, it was the best made figure until Obi-Wan and maybe now this one. But this one is, like you said, kind of the most iconic. Plus, and you get the Sebastian Shaw head sculpt with it, all of the extras with the deluxe. But it stinks too because, you know, you have it in your head where you're like, I want to get this and I'm going to display it with the head sculpt on it. But then you see him standing like that. And you're just like, damn it. Like, I even just want him looking like that, even though I have other Vaders that look almost just like that. But something about the redesign of the dome and of the face, or the helmet, looks really cool. Maybe it's the lighting with it shining off and everything, and the new chest box. It just, it looks great. It's tough to decide on which Vader to get if you can only get one. Like, let's ask the question. To you guys on the panel, with the pre-order that's out now for the battle damage, if you could only get one Vader, what would it be? DLO, I think I know your answer, but why don't you just shoot it?
Yeah, it's an easy one for me. It's Return of the Jedi. Like, for me, like, it's a very simple answer because, like, some of what I've already said, you know, it is Sebastian Shaw for 30 years. He was Vader for a lot of us. Return of the Jedi is, you know, an absolute classic. What you get with this one here, the clean look, the Sebastian Shaw head sculpt, the stairs, the light up effect helmets. I mean, there's a lot of value. There's a lot of value in this one over here. So for me, like, the safe pick is this one here, just because for me, I kind of think of George Lucas as well too. Like, Kenobi Vader is phenomenal. I love that figure. That figure is sticking around.
Awesome.
I'm not selling that one. I'll put it in battle damage mode, put it in clean mode, whatever. It's a versatile figure. But like the most meaningful one for me, it's got to be the end of Darth Vader. Like, that's just like something I can't pass on. As cool as like battle damage one is, I love that figure. I think it's a work of art. But like, if I had only one, and it holds the most like cherished memories to me, it's gonna be Return of the Jedi Vader all day long.
How about you, Steve?
This is so hard.
I know, because
like, it just
again,
shows you
there's not a bad Vader to pick from. Even if Empire's the weakest of the bunch, it doesn't make it a bad figure. It's just stacked up against so many good ones.
Yeah, I think really, like, it's so hard to pick, and I think for me it comes down to just like, it's more about the moment, and like, it just shows how iconic Vader is as a character, because like, you just think of all the moments, right? Like Kenobi, broken helmet, getting Anakin or getting Hayden Christensen back in the suit, like such a really cool iconic moment that brings you back to like when the prequels came out, right? Then you get Empire Strikes Back, which is like obviously one of the biggest moments, like really like what people consider one of the biggest moments in like cinema history, of like the reveal of him being Luke's father, right? So like that version I could see people being drawn to, like they're drawn to Bespin Luke. Rogue One, obviously Vader's just going off. Personally for me, it's so hard to pick, just like if I only could have one. It's basically, do you go based on design? Because my favorite look of Vader is the like kind of Rogue One Kenobi Vader. I feel like that's like the most sleek looking, like the best looking Vader. But like iconic Vader, like I gotta go with like Return of the Jedi too, for like most iconic, because that's like one of my like all-time favorite, like I said, lightsaber battles and scenes of Star Wars. Just like that whole, not just Vader himself, but just like everything in that whole moment, like the culmination of everything is just such a huge moment in Star Wars. So I don't know. like it's either if I pick, I guess I'll say if I'm picking like based on looks, the best looking Vader, I'm going clean Kenobi. If I'm going like most iconic, like based on the moment, I would say Return of the Jedi. I don't think I could just say like
it depends.
That's kind of how
what
I
you're
would. That's
looking
kind of
at,
how
you
I
know,
would
are you
break it
looking
down.
at
Yeah.
Iconic moments. Or are you looking at the figure? Because that Obi-Wan Vader is pretty amazing with the two totally different looks that you get.
Yeah.
Brick, I want to ask you the question. You have the Rogue One. Doesn't have to be your favorite. It's the one you have and you're happy with it. But if you, let's just say you don't have it. If you could pick one Vader, which one would it be?
It would easily be Return of the Jedi.
Sell it. You sell
it
Rogue
would, but that's the problem. That's the problem though. Like what do I get from Rogue One? Like $150? Like nobody wants that.
That's still a desirable figure.
You know what?
Yeah, somebody will buy it for something.
Yeah. Yeah. But then I gotta find it. I guess I could ask Hawk, like Dilo was saying, but
No, I mean nobody wants to force you to sell a figure either. If you're
No,
happy
no,
with
like
it,
that's
no.
not.
That's
I
not
mean,
what
I'm
it's about.
happy with it. I'd rather have this one, but I'm happy with Rogue One, and I just it's the hassle, man. It's just it's that. And then
You know
somebody's
what's
like,
funny?
"Oh, something's wrong with it," even though you didn't. I don't know. There's just there's
This is one that I contemplated canceling because I have Tarkin Vader, Obi-Wan
crazy.
Vader, and I'm just like kind of like how many Vaders do I need? But then the more we're talking about it and looking at it, like it does seem like this is the best package when you're talking about iconic and movie moments and stuff like that, because like if you don't have a Vader, this is the one kind of to get because it's the classic look, but then you also get the head sculpt, so and then the stairs and all that stuff. So I think if you're just looking at it as a figure and man, that looks cool, you know, maybe the new battle damage one or just the Obi one, because you have both different looks. So like there's a lot to offer for any collector out there, but it just depends on kind of what is most important to you and what you're looking for. So really, really good. Let me there's some people in the chat that I need to address here. The stairs sold me on this. I don't know why, but it's such a draw. Okay. I'm doing clean Kenobi in the upcoming battle damage. Hated to do it, but had to skip this one. It hurts because there's no easy choices here. And I'm sure Brick is kind of going through some of that as well. We got El Professoro in the house. What's going on, Mario? Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you're doing well. Got to get you back on the show at some point as well. I haven't had a guest in a while. It's mainly been due to my personal laziness, but I think us four have been holding down the fort okay. Don't sell that Rogue One, Brick. Most iconic with slaughtering the rebels as the Jedi version. He sells out to the light side. Come on, man. Sith for life.
that's true. Fair enough.
It was a great moment, but I don't think I would ever get the Rogue One for just that moment. I got that figure because I thought it was the best made Vader at the time, but I don't know if I would, and that's just my personal thought process because I just love Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, even even A New Hope. The first time seeing Vader.
What's the most like iconic scene
of Vader?
Is it when he tells Luke that he's his father? Is it when he turns good?
So many to pick from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes Vader, like, to me, just the greatest villain. Like, he transcends all these moments throughout Star Wars. Everything. Like, the whole thing. There's always a Vader moment that you can... It's hard to pick from.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people would probably say Empire Strikes Back, I'm your father. But for me, growing up as a kid, like, I felt like the reveal of Vader's face was, like, terrifying. Because Vader back in those days, he was just a menace, dude. He just didn't give two Fs about nobody, So for me, it's just like he was like a horror character back in those days. Yeah. So then when you finally reveal it, the face, because we didn't know how battle damaged his face was back then. You hear a little bit of the backstory of it there, but once you visualize like this menacing person in this scary looking mask is just an older man beat up and just like the right thing at the very last moment. I mean, it's very poetic, honestly. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think for me, I think that was the first time you felt the need to humanize Vader, and I thought that was very cool. I thought that was awesome, the sacrifice he made. So yeah, that one always sticks. That's why. And also for me, I don't know how it was for anybody else growing up, but I honestly saw Return of the Jedi first, That's kind of how I got into Star
I feel
Wars.
like I did too, but I can't remember. But
I saw
something
that first.
stuck
I saw it all backwards. Like I remember I saw it like at school back in the day, and I think they played it that one day after school, and then we watched two. I saw the whole thing backwards. So I went 3, 2, 1 when I saw it. And then eventually I watched it 1, 2, 3. So for me, that's kind of the order of what I prefer: Return of the Jedi, then Empire, then A New Hope. Right. So that's kind of like my list there. But I mean, like, yeah, I just thought it was like so cool to like see this super menacing looking guy in a helmet that has this weird breathing noise, and then eventually just take that off and just like, whoa, like look at this guy. He looks all jacked up, and he just like sacrificed himself for his yeah, and he killed the Emperor too. You know, I mean, there's so much in that moment. So yeah, it's hard to like vote against Return of the Jedi for me. It really is.
Yeah. This is the same concept, I believe, of the quarter scale as well, by the way, of how that all comes off and the head goes on. But we got Daniel in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Collector Joey as well. Look at this beautiful chat and panel. And Zach Davenport is here as well, hanging out with us. Thank you for being here. Gosh, I'm trying to keep up with your comments, but... wow, the light up helmet is USB powered. Yeah. So that does help, because if it was battery operated, I know I'd for sure never use it. Brick should not sell Rogue One. He should get both. Fix your poll. Hot Toys hotline in the house. If I put get both, I know everybody would just say that. So I was trying to make it a little bit more of a tough decision.
This guy already talked me. He already talked me into getting the Prey figure. Now he's going to talk me into getting Rogue or Return of the Jedi. My goodness.
But if we're being real, and obviously we don't know your financials or anything like that or your space, but if we're being real, he should keep Rogue One as it is and get this with the Sebastian Shaw head sculpts. That's what he should do in a perfect world. But we don't live in a perfect world, unfortunately. Let's see here. I want to get to the real GP. What's going on? Hello. What other Vader can they make? Concept White, Episode 3. Is there another Vader they can make? Is there something they haven't done that you guys would want to see?
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. That's the one remaining. It's gonna happen. They're gonna do Revenge of the Sith.
Like,
it's
gonna
happen.
Any other concepts you want to see, or I mean, what are they gonna do? They're kind of at the end of the
Revenge of the Sith with the operating
gold
table
and silver.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. I could see them doing a white Vader at some point, but I don't feel like that's really necessary to have.
Yeah.
Have they done an animated Vader?
No.
They could do the
that would be cool if they had they could do like a Macquarie Vader if they wanted to. But I don't know if they would necessily go that route. I don't know if that's like something they would feel like they would need to do.
I mean, at this point though, probably 3.0 the 2.0 the Empire Strikes Back, maybe fix a couple things. They'll just kind of keep building upon what they have, I think, and Revenge of the Sith will come eventually. But it's a good question. I'm just trying to make sure you guys are just kind of bullshitting amongst yourselves. So, what else is going on in your guys' heads? We're all going to display it with Sebastian Shaw, I'm assuming. I am.
The issue with the head sculpt is like, the moment in the movie where you see the head sculpt. So like, I want to have this head sculpt on, but like, he's not standing with his head being shown. So it's just weird, like having him in standing. I feel like with the head sculpt. But at the same time, like I don't want to have him with his helmet on, because that's what all my other Vaders are doing.
Right.
So I'm kind of stuck in that. And then DLO, when he said like, oh, having him on the stairs posed up with like Return of the Jedi Luke, I'm gonna want like his helmet on in that. So now I'm just torn on what I'm gonna do.
No.
Now I'm torn.
DLO, are you okay with having him standing even though it's not film accurate?
Eh.
Oh. How about this lightsaber light up here? Look at that effect. Show it to you one more time.
It's a beautiful flashlight.
Look at how bright it is.
USB cable not included.
Boink.
This is also, I think this is also like this is like the first one where they did the blogger photos where they actually like had the USB saber lit up. That was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the photos, they didn't Photoshop them.
I think I missed this when I watched this earlier. Would any of you do this instead of Sebastian Shaw?
I mean, it looks cool, but no.
No.
Thanks, George.
No. Nope.
Like DLO said, though, it'd be really cool with photos.
I don't know. I might consider just doing the. Now that I had told you before I wasn't going to use it all. Now I'm considering using it as my primary head sculpt.
This is also a cool base. Like if you don't want to have Vader standing on it and you want the stairs and use this for something else, it's another reason to get the deluxe because this is
That's a good
pretty
point.
cool base.
Yeah. Very reminiscent. Everything is reminding me of the quarter scale a lot.
Mhm.
Because you could do that with the quarter scale as well
sure.
too.
I'm a little surprised they didn't give you the quarter scale base like they did with Obi-Wan. Just, hey, let's just reuse it again. And I could see Hot Toys doing something like that, but they didn't. And I'm glad. I like these circular bases that we got. I have the C-3PO that has that base, and I actually like them a lot. The stairs, I don't know. To me, they look a little simple, a little cheap. It's okay. Not much to it. Oh, now we're going over articulation. I don't really care about that. We know how Vader articulates. But then, so this would bother you, Steve?
I mean,
think the helmets on here bother me more than him standing.
I mean, I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't pose it like this.
Like this?
No. Like I could see. I don't know. I'm torn on it. I really am.
There it is. Come on, money.
This is fucking sick right here.
Money, baby.
Like how do you look at this?
Language.
I'm sorry, but how do you look at? Shut up. Oh no. How do you look at this and then say like you want to just not have the helmet on? You know what I mean? Like this is
It's tough.
crazy right here, and then you have the Palpatine and the throne in the background. Like DLO said, damn, this is sick, right? Like this pose right here is sick.
Telling you,
Damn it.
dude. And I'd take it one step further. I'd actually put Luke in a striking pose and have Vader on one knee, and then bam, that's where the
The hand.
choppy
Yeah,
choppy.
you have him kind of
No,
leaning up against the
this is
stair,
what
like
you
the
do.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
Luke looking at his hand with Vader laying there with his hand already up and cut off, and you have him
Yeah.
like
there you go, man.
Yeah, you could do so much with this.
you could.
Damn
Now,
it.
some people were saying like, is Sideshow teasing for Hot Toys another Return of the Jedi Luke? This, I mean, I don't see anything new
Please.
about this Luke from this angle. I think it's just the Return of the Jedi that we have.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I hope they do.
It's got that same face. Yeah, this is the old one.
Steve, do you not own a Return of Jedi Luke?
So I have the Endor Deluxe one that doubles
Sure.
as kind of Endor and Return of the Jedi Luke. So I have him set up in Endor because I have like the Leia and Wicket, and like I want that set complete
yeah.
with all of them.
Yeah.
So I like that. I just want one with rolling eyes. I want to Return the Jedi Luke that has rolling eyes, but I also don't want to like go kit bash it together with like
This is
the
coming.
older Return of the Jedi one. Like I'm just waiting. Like the
I
head
did it,
sculpt for
though.
him. Yeah, I know you did it and it looks damn good, but
It
I'm
does.
kind of just
It does.
I'm kind of just waiting. I'm kind of just waiting sadly. And like it's crazy cuz he's like he's the definitive Luke for me. Like that's
Oh,
the
1000%.
number one Luke. So
Mhm.
I'm holding out hope that they will just drop a new one. Is this like what's on his? Can you like go back a little bit, Graham? Like is that no, back to like I just want to see like oh, never mind. Okay. I didn't know if they like put a different lightsaber on Luke to make it light up. I can't tell like in the picture, but looks like I'm guessing
look
it's just the
like
old
it,
one.
but-
But I'm holding out hope they give us another Return of the Jedi Luke because like I said, it's my
They
favorite
have to.
one.
They've already
They
given
ha-
us
I
the new
just-
head sculpt. They're gonna use that again.
I hope they just do it because his head sculpt, like the head sculpt, like either from Mando or Bespin, like they're not cheap. To kit bash at right now, like they are fetching a good price. So I'm just gonna wait patiently in hopes that they're gonna eventually do that one because that one is the one that they've done. Like that Endor Deluxe is an older figure now, so could use an update. I'll wait for that. But this is a sick pose, man.
I love how they have in the top right figure sewed separately.
Yeah.
Just putting that there.
Well, and you know, there's gonna be more and more Vaders because they're gonna come out with that new suit. the new like nylon or
Yeah.
like windbreaker material. So that's kind of unfortunate too. Like the fact that we know, because Darth Tomorrow says I think it's probably a better idea to move on from the old Vaders for the newer ones, as the suits days are numbered for Rogue One.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, the Vaders will still keep coming, because now they'll just start with a New Hope again, and then it'll be the new suit design and whatnot. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I also think if you're keeping your figure in the right conditions and you're not like manhandling it a lot, I think it's going to last a lot longer too. So, you know, I mean, I've got some figures that are really old that are still in good condition when it comes to pleather. I think it's just how you handle it and where you keep it. So sometimes though you just can't. Yeah, I guess you just never know if it's gonna. Have you guys had any deal? You've been in the game the longest. Have you had a figure that you just all of a sudden took out of the case and you're like, oh shit, it's the pleather's peeling, like it just deteriorated?
No, knock on wood, haven't. I mean, I've had some Terminator figures. I'm trying to think of anything else that had some pretty major pleather. Anything I've had, I mean, I've taken care of them. I mean, I've used like, you know, some treatments on them just to keep them intact. You know, I'll just go through my collection like once a year and just kind of refresh them and stuff like that, just to make sure they're intact. But thankfully, no, I haven't. The only thing I've ever had temperature-wise that's affected it was an old Captain America from the first Avengers. His shield flaked. I bought it brand new without the flaking issue, and literally I saw one paint chip a year later, and just you touched it, it all came off. But nothing with pleather. I've been very good with pleather. I haven't had anything like that, unfortunately. So
the only time I've had pleather peel is when I manhandled it, and the friction of my finger. Like, I do worry about putting the hands on these pleather figures, because you have to almost really grip it and then push, and I fear I'm gonna just rub the pleather right off of the body. But it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, 2.0 will have nylon suits. Magnetic gauntlets would be amazing. USB sabers for
Cool.
early Vaders. Yeah, I mean, there's things they're gonna do. You're gonna see, I think, a lot more Vaders in the future that aren't gonna be necessarily very different, but technology will be different to how they're being made. So, would any of you consider getting 2 of these? You pretty much have 3 looks, but would anybody consider getting 2?
No.
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 Not the rate of what Hot Toys does nowadays, innovation and what have you like that. There, like, you're better off going one and then seeing what happens in the future. Like, no one should ever buy doubles anymore, in my opinion.
That's a good point. The poll is closed. We had 45 votes. Should Brick sell Rogue One Vader and get Return of the Jedi? 53% said yes.
Wow.
46% said no. So
Close.
Brick will be buying a Return of the Jedi.
Poll is spoken.
Promised he would follow the chat, so he will do this in good faith.
Woo.
Woo. James Spader Vader. Is that what you named your child, Thrawn's office?
His daughter.
Congrats to Joey on 10K, by the way.
Yes.
Well done, sir. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything here. I think we're good. If I did, I'm sorry. But yeah, Thrawn also bro handles his figures. I don't know what that means, but doesn't sound great. Yes, this is exciting. Did we all get it from Sideshow? Underground, I'm assuming.
Underground.
I
DLO,
got
have
mine
you
from
secured
Hawk.
one?
I got
Hawk,
no. I
that's
got
right.
mine from
Yep.
Hawk.
So we're all probably gonna be waiting a while, unfortunately. Watch Brick change his mind, spend up, get it from TBA, and then have it next week. That son of a gun. Any
That'd be great.
any final thoughts? We didn't go through all the pictures, but we kind of saw the unboxing of the figure. It looks great. I don't think you can go wrong with however you want to display them. I do like that this is USB effect. The saber, like, I'm surprised they Photoshop that. Like, usually they Photoshop that so that it doesn't.
Yeah,
look
they
so
left
bad.
it in there this time.
But this looks cool too. Like, this look. Yeah, that looks bad. I don't know. You have it's transitioning in color. Like,
It's half
Yeah.
yellowish orange.
I also don't like how you can, like, the one thing that probably bothers me the most is you can see like the plastic pixels. So it's like a pixelated, like it's a pixelated
Right
look.
here.
You see how you can like see the little
Yeah.
tiny dots of the plastic? It's just like that's probably the thing that irritates me about it. But
I think mine is pretty much going to be like this. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas of how you're going to display? Are you going to go all out, do a diorama piece? Like
Mine would be more
figures?
like this if I got them on the stairs,
Like
kind of
this?
pointing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
you,
cool.
you already know. I already said what I'm gonna do. Emperor's gonna be in the background. It's gonna look glorious.
I like this. I like this a lot.
I hate the effects though. I think they look so.
They're not gonna look
Ugh.
great in person. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, also that look like they showed in the sideshow video with Vader standing on the stairs, just like really cool pose, and his arms are kind of straight down still, so you don't have to really like pose his arms real crazy with the pleather, which is nice. But
But are you guys for sure using the Sebastian head sculpt? Or are you gonna change it up pretty regularly?
Yeah, that's honestly that's a big selling point for me. That's my Vader growing up. So yeah. I will say to get back to like the electrical effects, that's something I hope Hot Toys starts figuring out a better way to do those. I mean, yeah, it's cool and all to have those kinds of effects thrown in, but I feel like it almost kind of takes away from the realism of the figure sometimes with just how toyetic it can come off.
Yep.
Like I really hope they find a way to make those things light up specifically if they're going to include attachments like that. That's just, I don't know, my 2 cents.
Well, and after seeing the Darth Maul nightlight, you're like, is this really how it's going to look in person? We saw it from Sideshow, so we kind of know, but at the same time, you're just like, how will it really look in person? Like, freaking Maul's head didn't even light up, but I think it's going to be okay. But like, how much of the skull are you going to see inside? That's what I'm wondering about. Or is it just going to be a soft light? Either way, I'm excited to be getting this. I got to figure out how I'm going to pose them. It's likely going to be pretty much something like this. I really like that hand cut off, so something that we've been wanting for a while. All right, any final thoughts before we move on? Going once. Going
This
twice.
is the one to get.
It's the one to get.
I've said it. You heard it here. This is the one to get.
I have not looked at these photos yet, but we're going to transition to Ladypool, which was officially announced here, and we got the prototype photos. So we're going to take a look at that from Deadpool and Wolverine. Hopefully you guys have seen that. I don't think at this point, I mean, it's been out for a few weeks. I don't think at this point we need to necessarily, tiptoe around spoilers. I mean, let's not ruin the movie or anything like that, but let's take a look at Ladypool here. Brick, I want you to start off with this one because I know I don't know if you're the most excited, but I know you're getting this.
Yeah.
So start off by telling us a little bit about this Ladypool and what your thoughts are and if this feels like a good value.
Yeah, I mean, when she was first kind of teased, I think a lot more people were excited because it was who's going to be the actress playing her? Are we going to get a head sculpt? Is that yet to be revealed? That kind of thing. So when that didn't happen and, she didn't play that big of a part in the movie, I think it kind of threw people off a little bit, but I still think this looks really good. I love the Uzis. I think the hair is looking really good. I'm sure there's a lot of product in that. I don't know. Maybe you guys know if it's somewhat like the it's wool, right?
Yep, it's wool
Okay,
hair.
so that answers my question. I mean, if I'm getting Deadpool with baby pool, head pool, like there's no way I'm gonna pass on Ladypool. You have to get Ladypool with the family, right? Because technically it was their kids playing these characters, so kind of have to have the family. I think it'd look really, really cool. I mean, to do something with these figures, and yeah, I'm excited for sure. And Dogpool, it's another one. So I mean, and it is a different version. We talked about that before. It doesn't come with the goggles, so and then you have all these pools. You have to have Ladypool.
Yeah. Sneaker, how about you? Are you all in on this line?
Not necessarily yet. I really actually like how this figure turned out. It looks great. Also, these blogger photos are probably some of the best I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, this is like awesome. Just gives you full on vibes of the movie. And just great posing for this figure. So, that was one thing that really caught my attention when I saw the awesome figure. wish like the character played a bigger role in the movie. I think that's kind of one thing that's like detracting me a little bit from for sure saying I'm getting this. I'm gonna wait and see what happens with like other figures that get announced from this movie before I decide if I'm gonna get this one. I'm guessing Kid Pool is gonna happen, but I don't know if like I necessarily need like that group of them yet. I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna depend on, are we gonna see like some of these cameos? But yeah, I mean, you like the pictures are great. The pictures are great. I'm just not fully
shoot effect.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Is there a button on that guy or what?
So yeah, I mean, it looks great. Some of these poses are just so good in these photos. I love the Uzis. I think the Uzis just look really cool with this character. Also the like the ones with the like with the swords as well, or with the katanas, are really good. So great looking figure. I'm really happy they did the wool hair with it as well. Looks really good, but I want to see, before I decide if I'm going to get this one, I want to see what else they do, because I would put some other characters from this movie ahead of this one. So I'm going to wait. Not one that I'm jumping on right away right now or pre-ordering or anything. Something that I'm going to wait on for now.
So DLO, we thought like all the wool hair stuff was going to be artisan because the way the Hot Toys was going with it, that's kind of what was happening. But here, this is really the first figure. And granted, it's not a full hair sculpt, but it's a ponytail. That's wool, but kind of just put on a normal, standard, non-exclusive figure.
Sure.
Do you think that's a sign of things to come, that we could start seeing more figures that aren't just behind that artisan paywall that are wool hair? And do you think they'll just kind of keep limiting certain figures, or do you think it's just coincidence?
I think this is more an exception to the artisan rule as opposed to the new standard, because then from a marketing standpoint, that really makes the artisan irrelevant, right? And that's kind of how we felt about DX for a while. Like, oh, this character comes with all these accessories. Why is it not a DX? This is weird for a random release. So I mean, if they're smart, they don't. But I think due to the fact that it's just like, okay, we're pushing artisan right now. We're pushing wool hair. It's a ponytail. It's not a full on. Do we just do it just for the sake of doing it there? So I mean, I appreciate that they did. I think that was the right call to make there. But I would hope for their case, because you're telling us we need to spend X amount of dollars to get something artisan, and this is part of the artisan package. If you're going to give it in a regular release, then what's the value of an artisan to us as collectors? Because I think that raises more questions than it does personally make it easier for collectors to, sit there and take the price of what that stuff, because that stuff is expensive, and then you're going to put in a standard release that seems like you're going to confuse us here. What's valuable artisan? So I think it's a ponytail. They said screw it, let's not do synthetic, let's just do wool, and yes, let's just go all out. This is a big movie. They just put their money where their mouth is on it, which I can respect that. But
yeah, well said.
Yeah.
X-Man says standard Jack Sparrow also had wool hair mixed in with the sculpted. So
right.
Technically, this isn't the only one. So thank you.
It's still DX though. At the end of the day, though, is it not?
I don't know.
I mean, they're all
DXs.
DXs.
Are they? I don't remember. It's so far back. Nomar says, Jedi, after watching the movie, did you decide if you're getting Deadpool? So I would say if it was 6 months ago, I probably would have said, hell yeah, I'm getting Deadpool and Wolverine, and I might even get Ladypool. But lately, I've changed my collecting habits and how I'm going to do things going forward, and going to be more selective and stuff. And I think at this point, I haven't pre-ordered any of them. I think at this point, I might still just get Wolverine. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I just don't know if the character is something I love. I don't know. It's weird. You know how you love the movie, but you don't have that history with the character that you love, So like maybe it'll mature into something else down the road, and this movie.
You can have a good time with a movie and not feel like you need to represent everything. Like I like Harry Potter. I'm not going to buy the Harry Potter figures.
No, it's a great point. I think that's where I'm at with this. Like Wolverine, I'm a huge fan of. Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, so I do want that one. But I just don't, as cool as they look, because I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind getting Deadpool and this Ladypool and just have them all three together. But the fact is, I got to be more selective with things. I don't want the collection to get out of control. I've sold some things in the past few weeks, and I kind of like where I'm at, and I like being super selective, and I think that's why I actually considered canceling Return of the Jedi Vader, because I'm trying to be super selective. But I don't know, that Vader is just too much to say no to. So that's where I'm at now. Could this change when they come out? And maybe let's just say he's sitting on Sideshow and I got $25 plus $25 in rewards. It might come home. So I'm not going to say no, but at this point it's just not something that I'm going to be targeting. It's kind of on the back burner of all the stuff that I want. So, but DLO said it best. Like, there's stuff that I really like, but I don't necessarily need to have a representation of it either. Good question though, because I know I talked about that.
He's still going to get Deadpool though, just so you guys know.
You are
100%.
I pre-ordered. I couldn't miss it. I want the gold guns, so I actually
yeah,
ordered it over. I was just like,
same.
no.
Yeah.
I'll wait. I'm not going to go overseas to buy it, but I will pre-order it for the gold guns because I need those.
Queso says when you get Wolverine, you'll wish you had Deadpool. Come on, you know it's true. It might
He's
be.
going to.
It might be. So I don't know, but we'll see when that time comes.
Like, I can understand the Ladypool
Let
thing.
me ride this wave right now.
I don't know. Listen, but I'm with you though. Like, Ladypool's a great figure. She's beautiful. She came out fantastic. I mean, I'm sure that she has a big fan base. I am not one of those people that feels the need to have her in my collection. So for me, I'm just going to come on and say it here. Just like, it's been 2-3 weeks at this point here. We can all talk about it here. I'm waiting for Gambit. I'm waiting for Blade. I'm waiting for the ones that I would honestly put above her in a second. So for me, like, Wolvie's coming,
Like
Deadpool's
from the Blade
coming.
movie, or
What's that?
from the Blade movie?
From the Blade movie?
You trying to say he's in the movie?
I
I was
said
making a
he's
joke and it
movie.
went way wrong. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. So yeah. So Blade, Gambit, for sure. I don't know if I want Elektra. I don't think I'll pass on Elektra. Johnny Storm would be sick, but I don't think they'll make him. But I think there's a good chance of Gambit.
X23, baby. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, that would be cool.
With the
I don't know.
sunglasses.
I don't know if she gets made. She got made. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And if she gets made, she would probably be made from the Acolyte as well too. And I know Sneaker is dying to get that figure.
They're not doing those figures.
Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that. But it's
Could
happening.
you imagine
Yeah.
how sick he'll feel when they come out with Acolyte figures and he's got to buy them?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oof, gosh.
No, the only figure I buy from Acolyte is probably Chimera. The Stranger, sorry. The Stranger.
Yeah, whatever. They're all coming home, baby. Dopos, all of them.
Nope, wouldn't do it.
Yep. Once the gets the figures in the hand, well, was the Acolyte really as bad as they said? I don't know. I don't know, guys. No.
Grail line.
Are they for sure making a season 2 of that?
No, I think it got.
I think it's
got
quietly
canceled?
going to get canceled.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that show.
They
But
probably
yeah.
won't even announce that. Yeah, they're not gonna green light it just in hope that nobody talks about it ever again. So.
They'll probably rebrand. I wouldn't be surprised if they like rebrand it in some way and do something else with the content, but I don't know.
So switching
God, how did
back
this
over
turn
to
into Acolyte.
Now,
Jesus.
switching back over to Deadpool.
That's all it takes.
How far in the line do you guys actually think they're gonna go, though? Do you think they're really gonna give us anything more than maybe Kid Pool, which I think it was X-Man that said he's really waiting for? I don't know. I know. I can't remember. I don't know why I'm blanking on the actor's name who played Gambit. He really
Channing Tatum.
Channing, yeah, he's really wanting to get the solo movie. So, maybe
I think it would be
then.
hard to get Blade from Wesley Snipes, don't you guys think? The likeness?
They're like, no, my man is broke. He owes the IRS money. He'll sign anything.
That's true. He is
I think
broke.
a Blade figures. I think Blade and Gambit are going to happen. I think Electra's
so,
probably going
too.
to happen too.
Man,
I really don't think so. I think
Hot
so
Toy
too.
is going to be all over this movie.
I mean,
I
the
don't
movie
see
hit
why
$1
they
billion,
wouldn't be.
What, a few days ago?
They're going to be all over this movie.
Good.
I can see Kid Pool being like an accessory or something like that. I don't see him releasing by himself. I don't think he sells on its own. I think he needs something to go with him.
Do you think we get a Calvarine?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that for a second. That would be.
I think you
That's
get
the other
like
thing,
all
like-
the Wolverine variants are on the table. I
like
think
I would 100%.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would get the brown suit in a heartbeat.
I would get
Oh,
the
yeah.
brown
Mm,
suit.
oh,
too.
I could see that coming.
Was anybody? Did anybody else have the reaction of like, damn, that's the better suit? Like when they saw the flat, I was like, shh, crap, I want that suit. I don't want the yellow one anymore.
Yeah.
Did anybody
I'm
else get
seeing
that
is like,
vibe? I so wanted that.
Potential
It looks
figure.
so- it looks
potential
so good.
figure. Will they make
Yeah, it
this
looks so
figure?
good.
Will they make
I wish
one?
that scene would have
That's
been
cool.
like a little bit longer, but the suit looked
Same.
really good.
You think we get a Hulk because of that stupid scene?
No.
No.
Nah.
I mean, I've seen
I
a
think
release.
we get a
of that.
Hulk.
Captain
I
America.
think we get a Hulk from Captain America. Yeah.
But you know what I would actually buy? I would actually buy a Sabretooth. I would buy that.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I think that would be sick to have with Wolverine. But that one's probably more unlikely than any there.
What's up, Ben Thomas? Thank you for being here. Too sweet to you. Jazzy says, "What if they reissue Hulk and branded Deadpool and Wolverine?" I don't see
I mean,
it happening.
I've
You
seen
didn't
them
really-
do worse, man. I'm telling you. Like,
but we
it
really
doesn't
didn't
take
even
a lot.
See him.
That
You
would be
saw him in a
crazy.
reflection, but you didn't even like see him.
I don't know, man.
That's
I
a
just
cheap trick right there, but I
2-pack.
wouldn't put it past him.
2-pack Wolverine
like
with the Hulk.
we get 2.0s, 3.0s after the 1.0s release. I mean, anything's on the table as far. I mean, do they have to do anything drastic? I mean, it's just reissuing a Hulk, different paint apps. They already have the molds. I mean, they know people want them.
Yeah.
I could see another Hulk coming real fast. Wait, pause.
SG Collectibles, are they going to release the deluxe lady pool with the sofa?
I doubt it. I think what you see is what you
Are we
get.
going to get a Deadpool with a head sculpt, or is that off the table?
I think
I
a
don't
battle
know.
damage Deadpool with a head sculpt
Yep.
is
Would
coming.
that come
Yep.
with the sofa?
They'll do a battle damage 100%.
Yeah. I don't know, but Kidpool's got to come with something. He can come with a sofa. I don't know.
Well, Kitchen has the third party. He's been teasing that one. You saw that the other day? Saw that today?
Yeah. Yeah. It looks
Oh,
really
That
good.
looks pretty
I
good.
saw that. That looked really
I'll buy
good.
it. If they
actually.
don't make it, I'll buy that for sure.
Yeah, that looked really good. Dude, he's coming out with some really good head sculpts. You know, he just,
Mhm.
if anybody missed it, the BVS Batman and Nightmare Batman head sculpts look great, and the price.
Topo,
can't go
yeah,
wrong.
Topo's always one.
the top
Yeah,
ones.
So those, I pre-ordered those, but yeah, that Deadpool looked pretty good too. I can even try to find it. Did they show? She does look good. I mean, honestly, if funds and space wasn't an issue, I'd get her, just because she's a fun character and looks good. Oh, son of a gun!
And she might be available in the future, you know, like when you get those funds.
I feel like she'll get passed around. Like she won't
Yeah.
be like the figure people keep. Like, you know.
Mhm.
But she does look
I
great
agree.
though.
Let's see. Let's go to 1/6 kit. Let's see if we can find. It's never an order of. Oh, here. Put that back up. There it is. I think that looks really good.
Yeah, it looks damn good.
Do we know the brand or the company that's making that, or is it just
No,
kids just
anonymous.
Anonymous. He said he wants to remain anonymous.
Yeah, looks damn good.
Christmas Carol. All right.
Yeah,
Are all of you guys getting Deadpool?
Yes.
yeah. I pre-ordered mine.
Yes. Pre-orders.
Got the gold
I
gun.
got my gold gun. Yep, got my gold
Yep.
guns. Got my goldy guns.
Would you guys get a
Don't
battle
give in to
damage?
peer pressure.
Would everybody get a battle damage that is getting the Deadpool already?
100%.
If it comes with a head sculpt, let's say.
I'll get a battle damage without the head sculpt. I
Yeah.
really want a battle damage one.
Be cool.
Because I'd rather have a battle damage one with the gold guns. Like that's a perfect. That would be ideal if they do a battle damage one. They can just take those gold guns from the special edition and just give them to the battle damage. Yeah.
What about a nice pool? Did you guys get a nice pool?
I don't
I
know.
get a nice pool. That's
kind of neat.
fascinating. I think I've been hit.
Is this the same one? This isn't the same one, is it?
I don't think so.
No way.
Maybe?
Jen posted 15. I think it is.
Maybe?
Oof.
Doesn't
It
look
looks
as
a little
good
different
here.
in the other one.
The mouth looks way different there.
Yeah, it looks.
That must be like the artist maybe sending him like another one that he painted or something.
I hope so.
Mm, that's
That
a
one I'm not as
vast difference
impressed with.
between the two.
That is a big difference.
Yeah, big difference there for sure.
I was trying to find.
Oh, the Batmobile.
Well, if you're unsure if you're getting Deadpool special edition with the golden guns, you have 1 day and 1 day and 13 hours to decide.
See, I don't know if I want 2 Deadpools though.
So
That looks
16
really good.
Posted this too. This looks, I think, really good. I love the stubble. I love the proportions of the cowl. So on the left is going to be the sand, which is for like the nightmare, and then on the right is going to be black. So BVS, and that's from Topo. It says quarter
So
four
much
of
better.
2024 that it'll be available. $76 a piece.
Badass.
Jeez, that is such a bargain.
It really is. Like, God bless it, that looks good. I mean, I wasn't planning on getting the 2.0 BVS anyways, so this is going to revitalize my figure. So I'm looking forward to adding this to both of mine, actually. But yeah, I mean, I can't see anything wrong with it, to be honest.
No,
At
it
least
looks
from
good.
the photos. So here it is on the body as well. Looks like they painted the body a little.
Yeah, it's
darker.
customized for sure. It's padded. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a lot skinnier out the box, and this is a fully customized one. Because look the way his arms sit. His arms, the stock
Badass.
one doesn't sit like that. But
I think the only
That's nice.
drawback is the eyes look like they're probably going to be fixed. So, like with the BVS stuff, it's weird. You don't get rolling eyes. You get those eye plates that go in, and one's looking to the side. And it's just weird. It looked like you guys froze for a minute. Nobody was moving. One's looking to the side, one's looking up, and then one's looking straight on. So, here it looks like you're probably just going to have the straight on eyes, but that's fine. DLO, would you consider this, or are you just going to get the 2.0 Batman? Or both?
well, why not both? Because I'm not sold on the new head sculpt. Like if
Sure, me neither.
I'll get this, and obviously that'll be mine for my figure now. But if I decide, because I'm gonna get the 2.0, I mean it's a Batman. I mean it's yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna get it. So, but I'm not crazy about the head sculpt because I think I'm gonna use the Ben Affleck one and Kip Ash, Bruce Wayne, right? And then that head sculpt, it comes with 2. One that doesn't have the posable neck, I think looks better, stronger out of the 2.
I agree.
But I'm
like
still, yeah, I'm still not sold on either one though. Like if I had to choose which one I'll use, I'll probably use that one. But this looks closer to Ben Affleck to me, to my eye, than the 2.0 ones, unless they do an update later, like they've been doing lately, and that changed my opinion on it. But I think right now, for the price, this is the strongest Ben Affleck Batman head sculpt I've seen. So, because it's great what's out there, but you're paying money for those.
It's just like the Jackson Batman Begins. Like, maybe there's better ones out there, but man, for what you're paying, it's such a bargain. There's so much value here, which is why I got both of them. I was going to ask something else and I can't remember, but Sneaker or Brick, are you getting the 2.0 BVS?
Possibly. Depends when it gets
Undecided.
released. Yeah.
You know, and the other thing about 1/6 Kit is you never see him like sell a head sculpt that sucks. Whether it's name brand, non-name brand, you have the Doc Brown, which turned out great. What is that, $30 or $40?
Yep.
Don't know who made it,
Jeez.
but it looks really good. You got the Jackson Batman Begins. I'm trying to think other head sculpts that maybe I didn't buy that he sold, but then you got these.
Superman.
He did an Andrew Garfield
Superman
one
one
too, right?
Oh, Garfield?
Yeah.
Could be.
No, that's Z something company or other. Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but no, he did the Superman with the correct head sculpt where the hair was on the right side for Justice League.
Okay.
So they did. I have that on my figure. It looks a lot better.
Anybody surprised to see this, being that there is a 2.0 coming? Like, why do this? Is there, like, Steve, do you think there's a market for this? Like, I mean, obviously
Sure.
I'm getting it, but
Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, there's definitely a market for this. And you're using it on 2 separate figures. Did you say you're going to use it on?
I'm getting both. I'm getting the Nightmare one and then the BVS
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Because
Um,
I'm not selling my BVS because it's my first ever figure, but I will upgrade it. So
yeah, I think there's a market for sure. Like, there's always going to be like, now that I feel like I've gotten more into looking and kind of researching more like custom things you can do for figures, like there's 100% a market for this. Not something like that I need. Like, I still need to get a, I still like want to eventually get a Nightmare Batman. And I like, am I going to get the 2.0? I don't know. I want
that
to.
1.0 was actually really good. If you get the 1.0 and put the sand head sculpt on it, I think that is chef's kiss of a figure. Like, there's really nothing wrong with the 1.0 other than the faceplate. The paint apps weren't as HD as the new one, and then the body was slightly bigger but just taller. It was actually more weathered as well. And then obviously you need a coat, which you can easily find as well. So
Topo is actually making the coat too. I have that on pre-order with Kit right
I did
now.
hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it looks fantastic.
And you can find
I want that figure
1.0
too.
Nightmare Batman for under $250. It's not an expensive figure anymore.
Yeah, I would like to get like the Nightmare Batman and the I want to get the 2.0 BVS one, but I don't have that one pre-ordered because that one's pricey. It's pricey, and there's just so like we've all been talking about, and just like there's a lot of stuff coming out right now. So I have a long pre-order list. So I'm just gonna probably wait on that one a little bit. But yes, I would like to get it. I really want a Nightmare Batman as well.
Dude,
so I got mine.
I want all the
here.
BVS stuff.
Let's see.
Come on now.
I'm gonna get
Cooperate.
together.
Come
I'm
on
so
now.
rusty. Come on, figure it out. All right, well,
There it is. Yeah, you see.
come on, focus.
Back.
All right, I guess to
There
my
he
face.
is.
That's what I have to
There
do.
he is.
Got the walk to fit there. Oh yeah, it's locked in. My bad. So yeah, this is the Zal Modder one over here. The model
Yeah,
I
that
think
one looked
Zal the
really
Modder
good.
one. This is that one. So yeah, I'm waiting for that coat to come in over here. This is the Daft Toys one right now. But yeah, getting some. This is the reason why this one looks so good is the weathering, and that's what the Topo one does as well too. So like, I think what they're doing, honestly, I think they're kind of gauging what Hot Toys is doing. Not to kind of bring them into it there, but basically, I think they're banking on people not wanting to totally sell their figures. I think that's where the thought process for that is, because, you know, eventually I'm sure they'll get another Nightmare Batman and all stuff like that, but there's 2 Nightmare Batmans, the original one and then 2 back from Justice League. I mean, some people will be like, dude, I'm going to lose my butt selling this figure. I'd rather put $70 into the figure and update it than spend another $300-400 to get the new one.
I agree.
So I think there's a whole sub market for people who don't want to have to sell theirs just to keep up with the Joneses.
And especially because it's not like a Bane 1.0 where it's just truly outdated. Like, I still
Right.
think BVS looks really good. So like just a minor update like that. I mean, I already have the custom cape on it, which really helps too. But so it kind of leads me to my next question. Since we're talking about Batman, I asked if it was kind of weird to see something like this, being that there's a 2.0 coming. We just recently had the 89 Batman released, and there's it's very much a mixed bag. Some people are very much preferring the DX9, and some people are like, no, this looks fine and whatnot. But after Justin did his review, we saw the price of the DX9 on eBay kind of skyrocket a little bit, and it's a wanted figure, and it's a coveted figure now, and it's going for $450 maybe. I don't know. Some of those were already approaching 400 with a day left. So it's a wanted figure. So my question for you guys on the panel is, even if we're getting a 2.0, does it necessarily mean it's going to be the better figure? Should we not be quick to sell? Because I know me, if the 2.0 comes out, I was always assuming 2.0 means better figure. I'm going to sell the one I have, and I'll get that when it comes out, if it's if that's something I want to do. Should we be quick to do that? Should we sell our 1.0s before the 2.0 comes out and just try to capture what we can from it? Or should we hold on and see if we actually really like the 2.0 better, but then risk losing your butt on that 1.0 sneaker? You're laughing, having a good time. What do you think about that?
I just think it's funny because we just had the conversation of like kind of everybody having a mini freak out about all the 2.0s that they're doing. This is kind of like the opposite of that, of like, well, hold on a second.
Right.
Maybe you should just like, you know, slow your roll a little bit when it comes to the 2.0s. You don't have to automatically just like get rid of your 2.0 figure. I feel like this is probably the one that is an exception. I feel like the majority of the time, like they've all been worthwhile upgrades. It's just, it sucks. It always happens to Batman. Like
Always.
it's all Batman. It's all Warner Brothers. It's all Batman. I think that seems to be the trend. That seems to be the trend. Like other 2.0s that have happened, like I think of like Darth Maul, right? Like everybody was really happy about that one with like the updated Darth Maul head sculpt. We get the speeder going to USB, like very welcome additions, right? Batman is just like, why did they do this? And this one is interesting too, because I know people, well, I guess, did you guys want an update of this?
No.
DLO?
No.
And I know, Brick, you don't have it, but I feel like, I don't know, has there ever been a time when they've 2.0'd a Batman figure where you were like, they definitely needed to 2.0 this?
Well, yeah, Batman Begins, but they didn't do anything different.
Yeah, Begins.
Yeah.
So I guess like outside of that one, there really hasn't been like
DX19 from the DX12. I think was needed, but it could have still been better.
And then now they're just continually just like doing another one and another one of the Dark Knight one. So, or of that trilogy. So it's just crazy that this is just repetitively happening to Batman. So I feel like that's kind of the outlier. The conversation we just had with this, like with the topo or the topo head sculpts, of like, do you really need to do that when you have other options potentially to upgrade your version that might still be like totally viable when it comes to Batman? I feel like Batman is just like the outlier when it comes to this right now. That's what in like the most recent past, I feel like it's just Batman has really gotten the shaft when it comes to 2.0s.
I think you're really onto something there, Steve-O, because now that I'm listening to you talk about this, I'm really thinking of all the Batmans that we've had recently. If you look at Batman Begins, like we had to do customize those. Jackson, you and other people made their own head sculpts there to improve a figure that essentially is the same figure release. I think it's the fourth time I lost count. The DX19, that's well documented. That's still an ongoing thing where there's still inaccuracies to the cowl and the neck and the shoulders. I mean, there's definitely, it seems like, I don't know, it almost feels like, again, I don't want to like jump to conclusion, but it kind of feels like foul play a little bit, doesn't it? Just a little bit of like intentional inaccuracy to then go back and fix their mistake again. But it seems specific to like to Batman. Like, for example, I mean, if we like the 2.0 for the Batman, we were just talking about like the potential of people maybe keeping theirs and upgrading with this Topo one here. Looking at what that 2.0 has to offer, I mean, I would argue outside of the upgraded body, maybe the Bruce Wayne head sculpt being better, I don't know if Batman himself is necessarily better than the 1.0 as well, right? I mean, proportionally, sure, it might be stronger, but I mean, head sculpt wise, is it better than a $76 Topo right now that we can potentially just pre-order and just upgrade our figure? So this one here is frustrating because I think timing wise, because you know how I am, I don't like when they update figures so quickly. I think with the last Wolfpack Wednesday we had before we went on a quick hiatus, we were talking about like what would be a good time for figures to get reissued or a 2.0 or what have you like that. And I was saying like, over 5 years at least. This one is a 10-year-old figure. So in my collection, I can say, oh, I hate that it's going to be 2.0, but I can see there's a valid reason it's a 2.0, a 10-year-old figure. But then when you 2.0 it, people are still saying the 1.0 is better. You messed up. You messed up big time. That is not what you do with all the time you've had, all this technology that you've been showing us recently, what you can do with a figure. You still mess up over a 30-plus-year-old movie, almost 40-year-old movie now at this point.
I just
Like,
don't
how do
get
you?
it too? You had it right the first time.
Right, you had it right the
why
first
are you changing
time.
colors? Why are you changing textures? Why are you changing face plates?
Right?
I
It's
don't
just
get
like
it was one of those figures that I was like, this is what got me into Hot Toys was this Keaton Batman because the likeness was so uncanny, especially in the faceplate, and you just kind of go and fuck it up like that.
yeah.
And it's not terrible, but compared to the OG, it's just like.
Yeah, it's just like doesn't seem like I feel like the majority of what I'm hearing is like it's not acceptable to like a 2.0 standard of what it could have been.
No,
right?
not
when
at
we
all.
look at 2.0s of other figures that happen. It seems like DLO, like you said, like Batman is a figure that has so much like customizability too. So like every time they come up with these 2.0s or 3.0s, what have you, they redo it. There's something that somebody picks apart. Oh, like you said, the cowl's not right, the faceplate. The cape is like another thing they just can't get right. Everybody just in the who likes Batman just does a custom cape. So it seems like it's really like Batman is kind of like with all the 2.0s and the upgrades, it's just shifted into like people just doing their own custom stuff to it to make it like as good as they can. So in that route or in that way, like I don't think you necessarily need to upgrade. For me, I don't have like a like the older figure for like the 89 Batman. So like for a newer collector or somebody that doesn't have this or is getting into Batman, like this is the obvious choice, right? You're not going to go back and get an older figure unless it's like drastically better. So for me, like I want this figure. I'm not going to go back and get the older figure. I'm going to go with this one just simply because of like I'm not going to go through the hassle of trying to hunt down the old one. And now like the prices are going up. This is the one that I'm going to go with. So I think like they kind of have collectors in like they got them both ways.
By
basically
the balls.
they got you both ways. Like new people are gonna buy this figure.
That's a good point that you're bringing up, Steve, because I mean, if you really think about it here, what about collectors who jumped on the bandwagon? They said, oh, my 1.0 is out of date, this one's gonna be so much better. The original like promo photos for it there, I mean, those looked much closer to the DX which one is it? Was it 9 or 10? I lose count. Which one is it right now?
9.
It was 9, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks closer to that, only more updated, and that people purchased that with that intent. So it's kind of bizarre because recently Marvel's been getting love. Shout out to Ben Thomas for throwing this out there. You know, Mantis got an improvement on her head sculpt. You know, unannounced, no one was asking for it. Rocket recently received the same kind of treatment as well too, right? So you're seeing that there, but yet for some reason, Batman.
It's fucked every time.
Yeah.
Every time it's Batman. And I think there's only one logical explanation for it there. Warner Brothers is lazy because they have to approve these products. They have to give them the final approval on that there, or stamp of approval when it comes to likeness and all that stuff like that. It has to go to their standard. And I think it's a standard with that because everybody knows nowadays, you can speak to any collector, you speak to all these companies, everybody can get a Warner Brother license. Like everybody knows that part, right? But Marvel, Star Wars, that's a little bit trickier for other people to get. But Warner Brothers, easy money all day long. And I think it has to do with the fact that with Hot Toys can get away with this over here because Warner Brothers is going to approve it. It's good enough. But back to my point about the Mantis and Rocket thing, where I was going with that there is like these figures are not Batman. Like there are DC fans because of Batman and Batman. People who do not even know what DC is or comic movies know Batman, but yet somehow, some way, you make it like this. Like, why doesn't it get the same treatment as a Mantis? I mean, I know I kind of put my own theory on that there, but like, how do they keep getting away with screwing up Batman of all characters?
I want my DX9 back for being honest. Fuck.
Well, no, but I mean,
up.
How messed up is it though? Like seriously, how effed up is it for the guy who owned the DX09 who sold his, pre-ordered this one, and he had the better one the whole time?
And you guys wonder why I get pissed off.
That is fucked up, dude.
By the way, Brick's computer died, so that's why he's out.
It's also like these new Batmans. It's also like these other new Batmans that are like the Dark Knight trilogy. Like we have the Dark Knight Rises one that's coming with the Armory. People like are picking that apart when like they updated it, but people are still picking it apart, saying things aren't right. And then they have the Dark Knight one, same exact thing. Hey, this isn't right. This isn't right. So like, where lies like the problem as to why that's happening? versus like you would think this would be a figure with how iconic of a character is, like that Batman is, that you would get it fully accurate and you would get it right. Like where's the? I just don't understand where the disconnect is.
And this is Justin's collection, his video. So I want to give him props for shooting a great video comparing the two. I'm just using it here a little bit to see, but yeah, I mean, Adric says, why are the boots look so shiny? Why is the whole suit so damn shiny and textured? Like, it's kind of gross. I mean, hopefully it looks better in hand, but I am regretting letting go of my 1.0. I do still have an extra cowl and faceplates, but those won't even work with this new one. So, and then I go and look online yesterday, and thanks to Justin for doing this video, and all of a sudden that price of the DX9 is going way up. I was like, damn it.
I don't know. Like, do you guys think that, like, what do you think's going to happen with that? Like, do we really see like the DX9, like once this one gets in hand, do you think like that, like people are going to be, when the majority of people get this in hand, do you think they're going to be happy with this? Because I've also seen people saying like they're really happy with this one, and it's not as bad as like what people are saying, and they're really happy with it. It looks good. There are good upgrades. So like, do we really think like this older one is going to hold like the value that it is right now? Or do you think this is kind of like collectors like going into like a mini like kind of freak out over this of like, I want to get the older one back? You think it'll hold?
I think it's going to hold value because I also think from watching Justin's video, he said the joints aren't even that much more improved. You can still see, and even from the sideshow video, you can still see when they bend the legs or the arms, they still sag down already. Give it a few months, and it's going to be, or a year, and it's going to be just as bad as this one is. You're not going to be able to do, other than the elbows. I think the elbows were the only point where the joints seem a lot stronger, but it's still going to be a statue Batman. It's not, if you put your hand over the DX9, you just look at it, it's not terrible, but good God, how do you go backwards with a 2.0? And it's just the fact that
I can forgive the body, the texturing. I know people are really upset about that, but for me, the crime is like the cowl. The cowl's perfect.
Even the eye
just had to fix the gap in the back. That's it.
Right. And that's honestly, that's the one thing that bothered me about the DX9. That's why I wanted to sell it, because you could see the ridge and it just was an eyesore. And I feel like I get fucked once again because, you know, I sold it and now they give us this and, you know, here we are. So
somebody super chat poor Graham for his feelings.
You guys are both.
He came back from vacation. He's rested. He's happy, and then Batman. Then fucking Batman ruined his life again.
Fucking me on Batman again? Damn
it. You guys both are getting this, right?
As of now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm locked in. You remember that hypothetical I told you about? What about poor collectors who sold theirs because of the 2.0? Can you imagine them? Yeah. Well, because you're looking at one who's dealing with it right now.
And then there's this. This is what they're probably like, well, we're going to get them either way because we are giving them this awesome diorama base. And
that's going to save it for me. That's going to save it.
The base is awesome. The base is awesome. They're going to
suck it up and get this figure and get that base with it. So that saved this figure. Otherwise, I think this would be a Batman Begins type of story where people... That was another figure. I'm like, I'm getting the Batman Begins. I need a Batman Begins. I see it. I'm like, no way in hell am I getting this figure because it looks terrible. And then I didn't until I had the plan of, you know, obviously upgrading it like we're seeing. So I think that saves this figure. But shit. It's not like...
It's okay, Graham.
It's
you
not like
you can let out your true
god-awful.
feelings.
No, it's not.
I just can't understand, and I've said it a million times, and I know, but I don't understand how you go backwards when you had the likeness right. I don't get it. How do you do
Dude,
that?
I feel so
you're
bad
calling it a
for
2.0
you right now.
and you're going
Bad for
backwards.
us. We're in it together, him and I.
And you, DLO, because that's right. You sold
We're
yours too.
gonna have the
That's right, you sold yours
saddest
too.
unboxing of all time.
Do not
I
touch
just,
my
like-
Joker.
Oh my god!
Graham,
I just like
we should wait and get ours together. We wait together. We'll open it together live, and people can watch us cry as we do it there.
I'm game for that. Let's do it.
I just remember Graham. You're like, I'm selling this, and then you're like,
How
I'm
you
selling
feeling, bud?
return.
I'm all right, man. I'm hanging in there.
I made good money on it, but
You're like, I'm selling all this stuff.
I think I would have kept this one.
Oh.
So,
No,
yeah,
but that one right there, like I like that faceplate there with the blood on it. I think that looks really
I'm gonna
good.
use that one actually.
I think that's the best looking one. I really do.
I agree.
I do think like the suit texture thing you brought up too is like you see it a lot in like the really harsh lighting and bright lighting. Like when it's in your case, it's probably gonna look fine. Like I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be like a huge issue.
Yeah, the way it reflects on the light's
yeah,
gonna be way better. I agree with that there.
I don't think it's gonna be like that significant.
But it's gonna be one of those things where like you know it's there, so it's gonna bother you,
Right.
so, you know, quietly, you know.
True.
And Brick was booted off here from to his computer, but I know he said like he's really hoping in hand it's gonna be softer, not gonna like, you know, look exactly like this. So I'm taking that stance too. But Valkyrie is giving me a $4.99 super chat, and he says, "Sorry, Graham, I don't want pity super chats. I want super chats because you guys love me and love what we're doing here." But no, I do still.
That being said, no refunds.
Oh, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I do appreciate it. This one's for you, Valkyrie.
Well, what a nice surprise. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Hey, I see you over there. You honor me with your gesture. I guess we know who your favorite Wolfpack member is. Cheers, and thank you so much.
Amen to that. I want to know if anybody's ever paused that and just tried to read what all that language said.
All I can think of is like, I know how cold you must have been filming that video. Freezing.
Freezes my little dangle off. No, it's not too bad these days, but yeah, we do what we have to do to keep warm. Thank you for the super chat. The Gambino says, "I regret not buying the one with the base." Oh, so you didn't go deluxe. Yeah. Damn, if I went...
It's a great price, though, the non-deluxe. I mean, I saw a couple times like, that is a good price for a Batman. So I don't blame you.
But if I went non-deluxe and then saw this, I'd be like, fuck, I didn't even get the base.
Okay, so I try to soften the blow for the Gambino, and you're like, let me double down and say, you screwed up, man. No, you're good, Gambino. I get it, brother. I get it.
No, I'm not selling my Batman Returns. I just sold mine. You know, I got pissed off after all of these teases, and I'm like, I'm getting ahead of it. Yeah. Don't know what to say. Woo! Go Pack Go! Get this Batman coming. Got this Batman coming. Screw the negative talk. I am pumped for this figure. I'm glad. No, I'm glad. I mean,
good for you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to get myself psyched up too. We'll see what happens.
It's just tough when it's over and over again. Like DLO and I are like hardcore like Batman fans. Like it's more hurt than anything, you know. It's kind of just where we're at.
I'm kind of scared to like buy Batman figures. To be honest, I'm kind of getting terrified here. I'm going to be asking you guys like, shit. What version do I buy? What custom head sculpt do I need to get for this one? What cape?
Didn't used to be.
I mean,
like
I guess
this,
it's good
though.
to be in this position now, like looking outside in and like being more careful with it. But geez, man, I feel bad for you guys. Seriously, like just fucking sucks.
Like, it's like it sucks. Like every time we have a DC conversation, it always ends up like this. Like,
yep.
It's DC is sadness, you know.
It is. It's a labor of love and very expensive labor of love, might add. Actually, you know, come to think of it, most of my DC collection is modded. You know, different custom head sculpts. It's also
2.0 and 3.0.
It's probably my smallest. It's probably my small section of my collection because there's not so much to collect. But what I have has been like upgraded to hell. So, yeah.
Brooke says it's hard for me because this was my most anticipated figure of the year. Now this, yeah, it's tough. I mean, try to stay positive. It's not god awful. Like it's not like Batman Begins, but it's just like you had it right, so why mess with it type of thing. Like just fix the back plate, fix the cape, and fix the articulation. That's all we needed. But yeah, even the so my theory was that they were actually blending this with Batman Returns because they're going to do a Batman Returns 2.0 and they're just being lazy. And that's why like the faceplates look different, and even like the cowl looks a little bit different. I don't know. Like it's probably nothing because it's really just the faceplates that would be the same, but it just looks smoother and I don't know. It just doesn't look right. So So, but he is still excited, so that's good. Hope the old Keaton turns out better on likeness. Yeah,
that's true too. For now, I gotta wait, man, because right now I've got no Batman Keatons in my collection, and I've got a Batmobile on my dining room table. So it's gonna be like that for a little while.
Yeah, I have Alfred with my Batmobile right now, so
I should really get him.
You really should. You like him.
I did like. I saw yours. I liked him. It's pretty good.
Mars Toys. You know, I think I was talking to Brick about that a couple days ago. Like Mars Toys was putting out some fire, and he was saying like the Chocolate Man Willy Wonka should be out anytime, and that's almost going on like a year from when it was supposed to come out. I think Q4 of 2023. But then I'm like, wow, you know, they came out with one after another, but I haven't really seen anything from them.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on. Well, I mean, didn't they recently release the Riddler? Isn't that one of theirs?
But like I haven't seen, you know, they were like coming out with new figures, like announcements.
Oh, sure.
And I really haven't seen anything. You know, I thought they were going to do Catwoman from Returns, but yeah, that never really happened. So just curious what's going on there. Jazzy wants to know what you guys think of the new show Batman Caped Crusader. I haven't watched. Is this the Wolf Batman?
I've seen a couple episodes. It's
not my cup of tea.
No.
Like Acolyte for Batman?
A little bit more.
Watch yet.
A little bit more woke-ish stuff in there. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'll reserve judgment until I see it to the end.
Very well. And Sneaker hasn't seen it. Hammer of God says third-party figures across the board seem to have slowed down on the releases. Wonder why. Hey, yeah, same here. No, it's way better than the Acolyte. Female Penguin is a major turnoff. Yeah, I've heard about that. Heard about it. Well, cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night here. I mean, unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about. Otherwise, I'm good. You're good. Or do you want to keep going? You want to talk about
Rocket, D23 Iron Man?
All right, we're gonna keep going.
Okay.
I've got some energy in me. I'm fine. Got 87 watch, and don't forget to hit that like button as we push forward.
As we call it a night.
As we call it a night unofficially.
Just kidding, JK.
Rocket and God, I just watched this movie too. What's her name?
Cosmo.
Thank you. Have been released. This was last week, I think, when I was gone. And you know what's sad? This whole night's turning into really just a bummer. It's probably because I'm drinking, but it's sad that this figure has been announced and released, and still, you guys know what I'm going to say, no Drax. Isn't that weird? You tease the whole team, and then you don't even follow through.
And then you update them.
Yeah.
Update the head sculpt on it.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I like this head sculpt. I like the half smirk here. What do you guys think?
I love it. This is the first new Rocket head sculpt we've had in like 4 rockets, something like that. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 rockets.
Endgame was the screaming head sculpt. Maybe paint apps were different, but that's about it. So
they had like a earlier version, like where he was kind of gritting his teeth. Then he had the smirk, then the yelling one. Those have been the same since Galaxies 1 and 2, and Infinity War and Endgame recycle those as well too. So this is like the first new Rocket head sculpt in years, which I appreciate, because that was the reason why I didn't get the Endgame one at the first place, because I like that figure. I just didn't like the head sculpt. But I think that this all looks good here. But does anybody else have this kind of like issue with the paint apps this time? Is it just me? Is it the lighting, or does it feel like these are like?
I'm hoping it's the lighting. Very shiny and
plasticky.
They look glazed. Like
they look toyish.
They look like snacks.
Well, and you know, typically with like accessory,
this looks very like Cosmo. Cosmo.
That doesn't look like a chocolate
accessories. They get soft, and like Einstein with the cat from Ripley. Trying to think of some of the other ones where like
Einstein, baby.
Yeah, Einstein, very soft. But like this really isn't an accessory. This is like another character. So this should have been done, well. Here's with Groot as well. Here you don't see much of that shine. I gotta think it's just that lighting that we had there.
I feel like you can tell it's still going to be shiny. Like I saw the unboxing as well too. Again, harsh light, so you're right.
Let me let me go to that quick.
Oh,
Thank you,
hello.
Sideshow.
Shout out to the show. The packing job is hilarious. I think that's
Not like bad.
box. I like the artwork on these boxes. These new ones.
looks
These
cool.
look really
they're
cool.
fun.
We just have Cosmos thrown. I can't get over that.
I need that Cosmo. I don't think I'm gonna get this rocket, but I need to find a parted out Cosmo. Anybody? Are you guys thinking of getting this?
I want to get this. Yeah,
Because I have Endgame rocket, so
I've got Infinity War 2-pack Groot and Rocket, so I think I might get rid of those.
yeah, I
get
could see
this.
the upgrade there. Endgame to this, I don't know if you need to, but I think anything before that is a good idea to definitely upgrade to this. Especially the fact that you get Cosmo with it. I like this
Yeah,
head
I
sculpt. I think this head sculpt is my favorite.
Whoa, I just froze. Just froze.
Right,
really
we can see
bad.
you. You're moving.
You just
You
like froze and then
blinked.
that's what you sound. That's what you sound like. You're like, oh, that's I'm sorry. I don't even know what happened. If I interrupted anybody,
You did
I
not.
know.
not
Are you
getting
this,
this.
Steven?
I'm not getting this. I'm not getting this. I'm not touching
Come
Guardians
on,
right
you gotta
now.
get down the Guardians rabbit
I'll
hole.
go maybe potentially at some point, but I don't know when. And it's not going to be It's not going to be the team suit. Not going to be the team suit. First one I would probably want to get is Star-Lord to start it out at some point. But the one thing with the Cosmo I feel like that bothers me the most is the leg articulation. Like they should have just added in an extra joint at like where the dog's like I don't know what that joint is called, like in their leg.
Shoulder?
Like, but no, not
Oh,
that.
like
Like at their elbow or knee joint, whatever you call that.
Inverted
Like the
elbow?
dog. Yeah, like look at like you have no articulation at where like the knees can't really bend, the dog knees. So it's just like the feet don't just like the feet look weird in some of the poses, like where the feet like don't sit perfectly flat. It's very odd in some of the photos, but yeah, it would have been nice to be able to like have it like. Don't you want to put a dog like in a little shake pose or something? Like just make it the
Or can
legs
she sit?
articulated. Yeah, or like do something like that where like if you add a bend in those back legs, you can make it so that like it would be two joints moving and like the dog could sit. Like you could do something rather than this. This is a one-dimensional pose for this figure basically. For the snack, as DLO says.
They look tasty, honestly.
Like look at the feet. Hold on,
Shine
pause
is
it right
really
here.
bad.
Look at the feet. Go back a little bit. Go back just a little bit. Like look at the foot. Because there's no articulation to put the foot flat. You only can move it at the up at the upper part of the
Yeah, that doesn't look
joint.
great. I see what you're
So
saying
the
there.
feet are just like they're just flat. They're halfway on the ground. You know what I mean? So you can't like it's just that doesn't look right. That's where I say like I feel like that's the most like toyish part. Is that and it just looks very shiny. It's really hard. I feel like too, making a figure like this like is really hard to make this like when this is like I think about like if they were to do a Chewbacca like they did this dog, like you're only gonna get so far with how it's gonna look. Like it's gonna look plasticky. So I just feel
Should've
like if you're
been.
gonna sculpt dog hair, it's real. I feel like just a tough thing to do and get like fully right.
Should've
From
been
this
rooted, man.
distance, from this distance, it actually looks like pretty good though. Like the like Cosmo's like face and everything. But yeah.
Yeah, I understand you. I'm with you because for me, like the way I think of it is like I have a hard time rationalizing like smaller figures and the price point that you ask for them. So for me, I don't blame you for wanting a little bit more of it because this is a heavy ticket. I think it was like $290 plus, the most expensive rocket we've ever got. Yes,
that is steep.
It's a very
That is
steep
steep.
price for this one over here. So like I mean, it wouldn't kill them to have done a little bit more for this here for sure. I think it looks better than Einstein because that's kind of like my dog barometer for Hot Toys figures. So, but overall, like, I mean, that is kind of like, I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out there, Steve. So
Thanks
good
a lot.
call out on your side. But I mean, it's a freaking dog. How many poses are you really expecting out of it though, too?
Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't
point
know.
too. Like, that's a good point too. Like, a lot of people are probably just going to be fine with it just standing like this too.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
a
So it's not a
glorified
huge. It's
accessory.
really not a. It's really not a huge deal. I think that's like.
I would like a sitting pose.
Yeah, I think it would have been nice. It's not. It's by no means like a deal breaker, but also like I feel like them as a 2-pack is just like, why didn't they split Rocket and Cosmo into two? Like, put one of them with one figure and the other with another figure. Like, these two, I feel like didn't necessarily have to be together. They could have split them off to go with other characters rather than this being a 2-pack at this price point. Like, just put them with somebody else.
I think
the
they
price
look at
point's just the
Endgame.
problem.
Like I noticed, like a lot of their tactics for new figures for old characters, like it all goes back to Endgame, because Endgame, like you can find that Rocket for sub 180, 160
I
sometimes.
got mine for 108.
I rest my case, Your Honor. I mean, but then you figure too, like think about like we talked about Artisan Black Widow the other day. Black Widow doesn't sell that well. She's not a big ticket seller, but slap an Artisan on her, oh yeah, everybody bought that one. So I mean, I just think that like they're learning from some mistakes and they're not wanting to take risks with like Rocket, because I mean Rocket's been packed with Groot every time. This is the first time
it's a good
Rocket
point.
doesn't have a 2-pack with Groot.
Yeah.
So
Well, other than
With-
Endgame.
I guess Guardians of the Galaxy too, but they come with like mini Groots, everybody. So that was kind of like the Grogu from back in the day kind of accessory. But yeah, I think that's probably why we got them together and not separately, because if people really want Cosmo, then they have to buy this Rocket, and they're gonna have to upgrade just to get this here. So I think it's just like learning from Endgame is what they did a lot of these new moves with some of these Marvel characters, because they're not all selling hot, so they're trying to find ways to make them more valuable. Like an Iron Man D23, hello, still on Disney.com if you want it.
I will say this team suit looks really good. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the proportions for this, like Rocket looks great team suit wise. Like the suit looks really cool in the way that he poses and stuff. So I feel like for him, he looks really good.
No, this
Yeah.
is a line that I still can't figure out. I mean, Groot looks
It's
amazing,
confusing.
but I've got. I mean, if you don't have any of the Guardians, well, fair enough. This is something that would be great to go after. But like for me, I have everybody but Drax. So like, where do I go from here? Like, do I want basically duplicates of all the figures, but from Volume 3? I don't know, but they look so damn cool. Like Star-Lord, that head sculpt looks good. I think Nebula looks really good too. And then she's got that rocket pack. Groot looks great. I haven't figured this out. I haven't secured any of these figures, and they're all pretty much gone, so I don't even know if I'll be able to, but I don't know. This is one I haven't been able to figure out. So.
Without Drax, none of this makes sense. I get what you're saying, man. It's hard to justify any of these. There's so many other ones that you can pick that are maybe more of your favorites compared to this movie suits and stuff like that there, because I mean the suits are comic accurate there, but I think what made the Guardians cool back in the day was just that how unique each character was to each other. They were a team, but you can tell everybody had their own style, their own flair, and that's what kind of made them kind of special and stand out. But this one here is just like, it's not as iconic as some of the other ones. Like for example, Star-Lord will always be trench coat, scarf, and a Walkman. Like that's Star-Lord to me,
Yeah.
The new one looks fantastic, but like it's hard for me to say without that head sculpt I would even consider it.
Yeah. And will we get if we ever do get a Drax, now that the ship is almost kind of sailed on this, it's all waitlisted and everything, and will he fit with what I already have? Just questions that I have, I guess, about my collection. We have a $5 super chat from Adric23. Cheer up, you're not the only one getting their collection shit on.
This is sad.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've actually, like, these guys are like, "Whoa, man, what are you doing? Are you leaving the hobby?" Like, no, I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good place. I've accepted
Said that to him.
I'm cutting the fat. I've accepted where I'm at.
What are you
I'm
doing?
in
You
a
leaving the hobby?
good space. I'm positive. Except when it comes to Batman, I can't stand for that.
Screw you, Hot Toys. Yeah.
But no, like, I'm changing. I'm evolving as Hot Toys is evolving, and I'm going to
Into a
change the
butterfly.
way I collect because they're making me. So thank you for that, and we're good. But thank you even more for the super chat. And what do I got? God, I've already used. I'm going to go old school here. I'm going to give you this one.
So, you've decided to step up to the plate and support the channel. On behalf of the Jedi Knights Watch, we want to say thank you so much for your contribution. Not only will it help us to improve the channel, give you great quality and entertainment, but it'll also help us take over the world. This one's for you. Thank you so much.
I tried to cut off the slamming of the glass there. Thank you for the super chat, Adric23. And Hot Toys, just don't touch my Joker. That's what I'm saying.
You're next.
What's that he said? Joker? You got it. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Oh, I kind of like this how they worked Mantis in.
That
here,
looks
too.
great. Ooh,
Mantis looks damn good, man.
real good.
Real nice.
Kind of makes me want that Groot as well too. I'm not crazy about that Groot, but I kind of want it at the same time.
Yeah. I know, and that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, I like them. I like how they all look, but is there a place to build a whole nother line of something that I pretty much already have? Just,
I feel like you pick and choose which ones you want with Guardians at this stage. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be uniformed at all. Like, I want a 2.0 of the original Groot. I want the first one back.
I hear it. Yeah, that's a good one. X-Men says, I want the team suit. Why did you screw the pooch, Hot Toys? I'm waiting for Sideshow to either release or delay Groot to cancel. Mantis looks very good, but I want the team suits. Yeah, Jazzy's getting Mantis. She is good. Ordered her from Toys Buying Agent because I wanted her in the collection as soon as possible. I'm very happy to have her. So Rick was over the other day and said he was very impressed with her as well. And yeah, just looks really good. So I did a video on that too.
The other conversion I got on our trip.
The what?
That's the other conversion I got on the trip. So I got Scarlet and I got Mantis on that car ride.
Great figure that I don't have, but Graham, I'm sure it'll be for sale and it will enter my collection from Graham next month.
F off. Okay.
F off.
Let's take a look quickly at this guy too. We got this Iron Man. I'm going to let you guys drive this conversation. I don't have a lot to say. I don't have a lot of thought process on this.
I'm still thinking about Batman, guys. I need a minute.
Graham is just depleted.
I'm good. I have not paid much attention to this Iron Man, and nor do I really care. It's the D23. What was this? Was this limited?
It is. They don't have a number.
It just says limited
it's
quantity.
limited to how many you want because they're all still there.
So that's the thing. This is still. You guys said this is still available on Sideshow, and this was
no Disney. It's on the Disney store.
Disney. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Disney store.
5 days ago. So, what does this tell you guys?
Well, before we begin, guys, if you ever want to see what a broken man looks like who sold his DX09 and is not happy with the 2.0, you may want to screenshot this very moment before we bring up this conversation and try to get more positive and leave you guys on a happier note when you guys go home in a second. But I don't know, Steve, you want to go first on this one? You want to tackle some Iron Man?
Sure. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about it, but I mean, another Iron Man. Another Iron Man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today.
Same.
But Iron Man, the only thing that really
unhappy, guys.
Really, you look so happy. You're just radiating positivity right now.
We're gonna refill Graham's tank for the last bit of the show here.
Ooh, we're gonna fill you up, big boy.
Depleted.
Fill me up,
Fill him
Steve-O.
Good God. Oh no. Oh man. Well, okay, Iron Man, Mark 80, right? Another Iron Man. It's just, man, they just don't quit, I guess, on this one.
Mother of God.
Seriously. And I feel like we're like we talked about this in the past. I feel like we're getting into territory right now where like we're already starting to see stuff that's like limited just sitting there because people are so depleted, which I guess is the word for the entire show tonight.
Yep.
Collectors are tired. Collectors are very tired, and this is I feel like an example of like a moment where collectors are like, nope, got too much coming in or too much on order, too much stuff coming out, getting slammed lately, and then this figure drops and it's limited and people are like, nah, don't really need it. The only draw to this for me is like getting the shawarma. I think the shawarma accessory is like really the cool thing about this, which speaks to just how many Iron Man figures they do. You know what I mean? But Iron Mans are great. They all look great. Awesome figures, but no interest in this figure whatsoever. I do love me some chicken shawarma though.
I like that base. I kind of like that base.
Also, what is it? I think retail's $400.
Yep.
You're gonna pay shipping. Well, I don't know if you pay shipping from Disney Store, but you're gonna pay tax. You're gonna pay tax, depending on what state you live in. And you don't get a head sculpt with this. So
basically,
like,
get aft.
That's steep right now for you don't even get a head sculpt. And basically,
that's not a bad thing. Have you seen the last few Tony head sculpts? I'm just saying.
Yes, that's true.
That's what he's doing his favors, actually.
But at the same time, when you're paying that price, for basically like they're bumping up that price because it's a something limited, or that's just what Iron Man figures are now turning into. Because Iron Man figures have been just going up in price slowly more and more.
Yeah.
I forget what was it. The Mark 42? Was that the most recent one that was announced at the event?
Yes.
That one, like that price is just crazy. So like they just keep climbing. But yeah, this one is it just seems like a low effort exclusive. I wish they would have done something that was a little bit more of a draw for D23, but just not for me. That's all. That's what I got to say. This seems
like you said, kind of like a lazy try at an exclusive just to try to see like if we'd bite, And I don't think collectors are biting.
Was the Spider-Man D23? Was that one
yes.
that like this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that. I get like them coming from that perspective of like they wanted to pair those two together. You get the churro accessory and then now you get the shawarma accessory. I get that, but
shawarma.
It's just
shawarma.
It's just like I said, it goes to show you like right now collectors are not like this isn't even sold out and it's been up for I forget. I think it was been up for
5 days ago. This post was.
Yeah, I think this was posted, but I think it went up for didn't it go up like either Monday morning maybe for sale?
The shawarma.
So it's been up for a couple days, and it just like I said, just goes to show you like it's just people are thinking a little bit more. I think when it comes to this stuff, with everything that's going on right now. So
give me that base. Take that. Over the shawarma.
I'm not gonna. I like this one.
God damn it! Fuck. Jesus Christ!
I've been tossing around the ideas, like if it's sold out day one, I'm like, oh, whatever, I can live without it. But it's just sitting there, just saying, what are you waiting? Just do it already. Spy me. Because listen, the armor looks sick. I mean, it's a mix mash of a lot of pieces in the 85, which I think the 85 is a beautiful armor. I mean, they've done a couple of 85 paint jobs. I think they all look great. I think it lends to variation better than some Iron Man. Some Iron Mans, you just like, why would you change the color on that one? And some are just like, oh, that actually looks good in that color too. And this one here, I mean, it's a mesh of some really nice pieces that I like and some new pieces that, you don't find on other armors. It's not a complete repaint, right? There's actually, if you look deeper, there's some things about it that are actually really, really nice. Now, the only thing about it is just that, like, in a normal world, this would have been gone day one. And it's just like anything D23 usually sells because you're not just competing with Hot Toys collectors, you're competing with Disney collectors too. And that's usually like, this is hard. Like, these are usually really valuable just because it has the Disney aspect to it here. But I mean, this is more of an indictment on the situation we have with collecting right now, as opposed to the figure itself. Because this was for them and for most years, this would be a no-brainer. This is an easy sell for everybody. These things normally don't last, but the fact that there's so much stuff out there right now that like we're so in over our heads that D23 exclusives are sitting for days. It's
With a
insane.
shawarma.
Insane. I mean, listen,
With
people
a
last year, you laugh about the shawarma all you want, but last year everybody was going nuts trying to find a churro.
Yeah,
buy
right.
just the
That's
accessory.
what I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah.
So I mean, gimmick or not, that sucker sells. Oh, it's like this one here. I mean, you just said it a second ago, like the Mark 42, ridiculous price. This one's $400 is not bad. This is in line with what an 85 went for, right? I think a little bit less because it doesn't have the head sculpt. So
Was that 428 or something like that?
yeah, something like that. I mean, this is 400. I think that was like 428, 430, something like that. So I mean, it's in line with it there. But figure wise, I think the paint job is sick. I like that there's more red on it than the gold. There's some more accents with the silver in there. It's kind of, breaks up the color pattern. I think overall it's a good looking figure. But it's just one of those ones where like, I think if we weren't slammed already, like this thing would be a hot seller. Just my 2 cents on it there, because I think it looks pretty. I think it's a
Okay,
good looking suit.
You guys talk about me being the Debbie Downer. Look at X-Man Supreme here. He's like, yeah, but what's the 85 going for now?
Well,
I got
yeah,
85
there's like
clean for sale if you want one.
yeah, mass material produced. I mean, probably
If you
lucky
want
if you get
85
$200
clean,
bucks
hit
for
me
that
up.
figure at this stage of the game. No, I get it.
No,
I totally get the
225.
argument there.
End of the show, instead of doing like plugs for our channels, we're just going to do what figures we have for sale. So
what I
that
got
if
for
anybody
sale.
wants to
Well,
buy them. Because
you know what I think we should do though? Honestly,
Batman.
I was thinking like we should get that clip from The Office where Pam is looking at the picture and she says it's the same one.
It's the same thing.
I think we should do that for Iron Man figures going forward. Just my 2 cents. But
I mean, yeah, it's just tough to get excited when you feel like you've seen it a million times before. Even if you get a shawarma. But
Get a shawarma.
But it's got the cool accessories. I mean, I like that it has the
back to
blaster sword or whatever you want to call that thing in there. I mean, it's got the right accessories. It's missing Tony Stark head sculpt, but like I said, I'm not mad at that because those things just haven't been what they used to be. So, I think it's a cool set.
Cool. All right, so are you going to get it?
I don't know. Does anybody want to buy a Mark 85 for more than $200? Because I'll sell it.
So not only are we trying to sell one clean 85, we got two clean 85.
I think if I sell my battle damage and my clean one, I'll have enough to buy this one. I think
Do you
that's.
think you'd regret selling battle damage to 85 though? You talked about Vader being kind of like this is the iconic end of Vader. The same thing with Tony Stark.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But then, now he's Doctor Doom, so that doesn't matter anymore. He's back. So then,
Well, but it's a different character.
it's same freaking face.
You could get it back easily if you wanted to after selling
Yeah,
it. So.
but I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I prefer the clean 85 compared to the battle damage one for me personally. Like the 85 was, 85 was no slouch. They had another terrible head sculpt, right? That they had to, Tony Stank, right?
I had that head sculpt. It was
It's not the best. It's not the best. But I mean, what I don't like about the battle damage Mark 85 is it's not battle damage enough. It's just literally it's like a paint job on one side and the back is totally clean. This is like
wow, but who's looking at the back?
I mean, again,
it's there.
It's not there. Kind of like no one can see the back of the DX09. Didn't stop you. You kind of wish it did, though. Now, don't you? I'm sorry. It's not, I don't want to bring up old memories. That was an hour ago when we started the show. We won't bring that up. That was in the past. In the past there. But yeah, no, I think this is, Iron Man's, they're a dime a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nicer one than some of the other ones that we get to see from time to time. And it's somewhat of an exclusive. I think at some point, eventually it'll sell out and then, it'll be worth something to an Iron Man collector one day. But yeah, I don't know.
I just want it so I can have him holding the shawarma, and then every time I come walking by, I can be like, shawarma.
Well, here's the thing. One thing about the shawarma accessory, what I just don't understand. I don't understand how he comes with the shawarma. How is he going to eat the shawarma though without the head sculpt? I just don't. Just hold a random shawarma and you just can't eat it. I don't know.
Good point.
It's weird.
Shawarma.
Shawarma.
It isn't well. Not everything they do is well thought out, but yeah, I think the paint job's
89
solid.
Batman.
It looks good.
89 Batman wasn't very well thought out. Anyways.
Batman wasn't very well thought out.
Okay, I'm not getting this. Steve, you're not getting this.
I'm not getting this. No, I'm not getting this. It does look great though. Like it is kind of like has Mark 85 vibes with. I actually like the paint too. Like the different color changes, like DLO kind of said. Like I actually like how they added more red into the legs. I feel like the color changes that like just the difference between the clean 85 actually. Like there's some things I like better about this, but no, I'm not getting this.
Very well. We'll
Shawarma.
stand by to see if DLO pulls the trigger on this. And
Probably
gets that
won't.
shawarma.
I'm just trying to keep it positive out here. You know me, always trying to stay positive.
I actually really like this.
Sure.
X-Man wants to know if this is USB or still batteries.
Batteries, 100%.
Is it?
Oh, of course. Everything is still
Of course it's
batteries when it comes to
Yeah,
this.
it's all
Yeah.
batteries.
F that.
Shawarma.
I want another Iron Man. It's going to be the Mark III.
Great
Good
figure.
choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Brick
Good
and
one.
Sneaker have that. I don't think DLO, you never got that one, right?
Never got around to it. Just
Same. It was on
Hot
my
Toys
list.
just ruined my
and
life, and now I have other things on my mind.
I agree. It kind of got pushed to the back burner, and it is no more.
Yeah.
Shawarma. All right. You guys good?
So good.
Okay.
How are you, buddy? You doing better now?
I'm good. Give me a minute.
How's your blood pressure? Has it gone down? I know you can go to bathroom because that's behind them.
My blood pressure was always good.
I thought
So
we were
now
gonna
that
like.
we get to the end of the show, we're gonna do a new way of ending it. And instead of plugging our channels, we're gonna tell you what figures we have for sale. So I have the black chrome armored Batman. If anybody is interested, please let me know. I'll hook you up with a good price. Comes with a custom faceplate and is complete. Black chrome armored Batman. Also, as I said, going to be doing a video on the monos. Going to be doing a collection tour in the next couple weeks. Other than that, yeah, thank you guys for watching. DLO, what are you selling?
The man has no shame. It's amazing to look at. It really is. It's incredible. Yeah, I'm selling stuff. I'm not going to do what he just did. That's funny. But yeah, I'm selling stuff, but I am trying to get prepared for my inevitable Maja case delivery. Don't know when that's happening, but yeah, once Graham decided to abandon the Wolfpack for a week and be a family man or whatever that's about, I started this whole freaking job of like moving my whole room around. And guess what? Turns out you have a lot more crap than you realize when you start moving shit around. So as you can see, my room looks like a doo-doo behind me over there.
King Shark.
But
love it.
what? What'd you say about my King Shark?
Can see it.
Oh, you can see it?
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said doo-doo, then you said King Shark. I was like, how dare you?
King Shark.
I was like,
Doo-doo.
easy there, pal. But yeah, I'm in renovation mode. I'm remodeling. We're getting ready for collection 3.0. That's where we're at right now. So getting everything cleaned up, tidied up. So when those cases arrive, I am ready to rock and roll. But yeah, I'm selling a few figures. I'm trying to make space. I'm tapped out for room. I have no more room to put any more cases after this. So I need to be smart with what I keep and what I get rid of over here. So it's just going to be just me working on collecting for a couple of days now. So nothing on the horizon yet. Once I get everything situated, then I'll get back to recording stuff.
Very well said. Don't leave yet, guys, either. I did forget one thing I want to talk about briefly.
Don't go.
So don't leave yet, but I'm going to let Steve plug his channel before we go to that. $2 super chat from Adric23. Stop selling your collection. I'm thinning out.
He's gone, guys. Like just follow Steve.
Guys.
That's what's
Look at
what's
you
going
guys
on.
got this new setup here.
Everybody just follow Steve.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing. Steve, what's going on your channel?
Oh my
man?
gosh. Well, on Sunday I do a live show called Sneak Peek. You can be there 8:30 p.m. Central. I'm going to be really sad on Sunday, just so you guys know. This whole show is I'm just going to be really, really
been
sad.
It's an emotional
So
roller
it's going
coaster.
to be
Mostly Graham.
sad. It's going to be sad super chat Sunday over on my channel. That's apparently the way to do it now, is just be sad about everything. But no, I joke. But I'm kind of in the same spot as DLO. I am like revamping everything. So I guess now I probably could say something. So I got new cases as well. I know DLO's waiting for his, but I got cases in. So I'm changing up my room a little bit. I got some corner units in. So I'm kind of revamping this area that you see in the back. You see all these boxes because I'm taking crotch grabbers out. I'm displaying everything. I'm changing everything up. Different poses for figures. I got more cases like kind of over here, so I'm just switching up everything. I'll do an updated collection tour. That's going to be down the road though, so that's what I'm spending a lot of time on right now. My summertime is already limited, so so my summertime's already limited, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Just doing that. I really am not doing much else on the channel right now.
Compose yourself.
Oh God.
To be a fly on the wall in our private chat.
God damn it.
Just had
So
to
yeah,
be
there you
there.
go. I'm just working on revamping some stuff. I probably already said that. Got some crotch grabbers. Got some crotch grabbers out. It's a fun time. A lot of fun. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work
It really
revamping your
is.
collection.
fun
Like you can see
grabbing
my collection
crotches.
right here, but everything over here is like empty. I got just shit all over the place in this room.
Yeah. Like I said earlier,
So-
man, I'm going to be rewiring everything. I'm going to get it
Yeah.
USB ready. Like, I never want to do this again. Like, that's where I'm at. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it right so that way I never have to touch and mess with it anymore. And that's it. This is the final form. That's what it's going to look like moving forward. So, yeah. But, Steve, I know it's going to look sick once you're done, dude. I'm excited to see what yours
Thank
looks
you.
like.
Dude, you too. We're kind of doing the same thing right now with our rooms. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see kind of what
Right,
happens.
right. And
We
we've
go
got
through this
future
together.
collabs in the future, right? We got
Yep.
something going on. We got some cooking.
We got something cooking. We can talk about it.
Yeah, why not?
We gonna talk about it. You want to say it? You can say it.
You say it. You do it, dude.
I'll say it,
Come
you
on.
assholes.
It's your idea.
Oh, it's my idea. Okay, so DLO and I are gonna be unboxing 89 Batmobiles together because I got an 89 Batmobile out of nowhere. Shout out to Collector Zone for a great deal on a one left on the site, and I got it for a really good deal with one of his codes. So yeah, we're gonna do that at some point in the near future. We'll have to plan that out. TBD on when that's happening. Yes, thank you, Jazzy. I'm
TBD.
working on posing my figures.
He really needs to work on it. I know.
Yes, but yeah, I'm really excited about that, man. I'm really excited about that. I said I will get this Batmobile if DLO does a live unboxing. That's how much I love DLO, and that's how much it would mean to me. So there you go.
There you go. We're gonna do it.
Nice.
We're gonna
I'll
collaborate.
be jealous of that video. even
Graham,
though
you
I
can
have
moderate
Batmobile.
the.
We
You can
will always
moderate
have the
stream.
DeLorean, Graham.
I'll do that.
We will always have the DeLorean.
You can come on the show if you want when we're doing it. Fine.
Fine.
Hang out with us while we're unboxing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Just
do
hold yours in your hand the whole time, the whole show.
that. Adric with the
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun
$5
time.
super chat, being very generous. Are you gonna go back to collecting Funkos because I'm out? No. You don't have to worry about that. I'm not going anywhere. I do this all the time. I'm just promoting it a little bit more than probably normal. But yeah, I mean, I've sold a ton of figures. When I get to a point where I feel like it's kind of getting to be too much, I kind of let some stuff go because I just don't want it ever to be overwhelming for me. So yeah, no worries. I'll be here for the long run. Yeah, Calvin was with us on that video. The DeLorean was a moment for sure. That was a lot of fun.
It was a great
That
time.
was, that was awesome. I remember watching that.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Lots of fun with Calvin. Great guy. And TBD, DLO the Collector and I will be doing an 89 Batman unboxing at some point. So stay
We will.
tuned for that.
We will.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Said we
the saddest unboxing ever. You guys got to be
Good
there.
luck.
What the fuck is this
Oh
shit?
my gosh.
That's it. I'm done. That's it.
I told Adric I'd be here for the long run. That shit ain't happening. I'm out.
Well, it turns out
No.
that was a lie.
That was a lie. No, and who knows? Maybe we'll get the Iron Man and we'll talk about the shawarma and all the accessories that we get with that too. But really quickly before we go,
Oh my gosh.
did you guys see this from D Knight? So the
Yes.
Unreal Toys,
Ooh. I heard whispers.
the whispers. I can't really zoom in, but you can see the Unreal Toys in the middle, and then in art on the left, Hot Toys on the right. I'm not gonna lie, this, and the reason why I want to talk about it is because I'm actually pretty intrigued by this. haven't had the best of luck with Unreal Toys on some things with communication and whatnot, and you know, time periods passing. But I do like this. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think this looks like the superior one? The innert's kind of at a different angle where it's kind of like looking up. So, but it's weird how even the skin tones look different. It almost looks more like the inner looks a little bit more like green scale, like.
I don't know what the tone of the skin, like the skin tone is so different.
Unless he kind of did some effect on there, I don't know. But well, no, this is D Knight's photo, so it's not like this is Unreal Toys. But it looks good. Like, you know, you kind of, one of the things that Hot Toys kind of had going against it, or people kind of complained about, was like the bulge of the cowl. How it kind of goes out and around. Where this, I don't know, it looks kind of clean and nice. But then again, if the price is too high, I think I'm just going to be okay with Hot Toys. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the price is high.
Do we know the price?
I think it's over 300.
I'm out. Okay, this was fun.
I think. Oh, hold on. Let me double check. I don't want to give false information.
Yeah, please.
While he's doing that deal,
double check that there.
Just looking at it though, do you think the Unreal Toys is the superior one or not?
Well, it depends on what you consider superior. I think
Best looking.
I'd say most potential. We'll go with that there. I'd say the Unreal one probably does. Probably looks the best in that regard there. But I mean, there's something to say about paint apps. This is it's very flat. There's not a lot of texture on it there compared to the Hot Toys and in our offerings there. So, and that's gonna happen when you with the tools that you have around you, because this is custom. But I think what it does is it matches combinations of the two there. Whoa, that went away. So I think it's a combination
I
of.
saw you had a video up. I haven't seen the video yet.
Yeah, because I mean the head it's much bigger on the Hot Toys one in comparison to where I think the NR one is more accurate on the head. But then the face itself is more accurate on the Hot Toy as opposed to the inner one there. So I think this is like an amalgamation of both of them combined together there. Yeah. And I think it's closer. But just like if the paint apps were stronger, like it'd be very hard to like dispute that one being the strongest of the three there for sure. But
and just want to throw out that this is D Knight's video. I'm not going to play the whole thing or anything like that, but I'm a big fan of his channel, so go check out the whole video. We're just going to show a couple screenshots here, nothing to take away from his video or anything like that. But man, looking at it here, I'm impressed. Unreal Toys does a really good job. I think he does such a good job. It's kind of detrimental to him because he can't keep up with the demand for his product as well. But and the price for me is going to be a little bit too high. But man, I'm impressed. I like this a lot. It kind of like takes things from both of the figures that I like and kind of puts them together.
Funny, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
that's what DLO said.
And I kind of like the matte look. Did I miss that when I was trying to find the video? I apologize.
So price? Can I tell you price real quick? So this was when I messaged him in when I had messaged him in mid-July. He told me the price it'll be around $330 US. And then it has articulated eyes, and 2 interchangeable mouth plates, and completion time will be around 3 months. So $330. That's more than a standard Batman figure from Hot Toys. Like it's just customs. Crazy.
Yeah, it's, when you say 3, it's probably more 6 to 12.
Yeah.
Let's
Whatever,
be real.
however long it takes, but that's expensive.
It looks so good.
It looks great.
Man.
Yeah, but that's all handmade though too. So you gotta factor that into it. Yeah. It's not a shop. Kind of like what's his face, the other guy who does the Batman Begins on the OT or whatever guy customs or something like that.
OT,
customs, yeah. UAT, whatever he calls himself. I mean, his Batman's like around that same price as well too for that head sculpt. So I mean, it tracks with what other people are charging as well.
Yeah, if you want like the most accurate to scale versions of stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, I know Unreal has like the neck adapter too. I think that comes with this. And it comes with the collar,
I have the neck. I have the
believe.
collar and neck adapter one.
But I think this sculpt for that price, I think it does come with both, right?
It looks like it extends. I mean, that's the collar. I mean, that's the neck right there on the right. You look in that photo. That's the custom one. So that one looks longer than the actual one that I'm sitting here in the middle with the built-in collar and neck combo. So, yeah, I mean, it looks.
I gotta watch this.
What is?
video here.
I gotta watch this here. Oh, that's definitely the inner one there. That must mean there's a piece for that to make it compatible with that one as well too. That should be interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to show his whole video because
it looks like it's a new video. Let's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
But
Yeah,
go check out
sure.
D Knight's video on this. But I at least wanted to see just the 3 comparison. That he posted the photo to IG, so I'm just kind of taking a look here.
Yeah.
But, so 3 adapters with it. I mean, honestly, like DLO, I went with your video, your customizing of my Batman, and then I actually painted everything too, and I know you did yours. Oh,
He frozen?
Graham just froze.
He froze, right?
He's frozen.
Yeah.
We're
So he
still
was just
live.
complimenting what a great video. If you guys haven't seen it already, definitely check it out on my channel.
okay.
It goes step by step on how
there
to
you go.
create that. Oh, he's back. Okay, hey.
Holy cow!
we were just
all
talking
left
about you.
me. Yeah,
Hilo
you
was
all
just
left
saying
me.
exactly what was going to come out of your mouth.
Yep.
But if you want to say it again, you can.
Okay, so I had the OT collar, and it kind of took too much away from the neck, so I actually took the padding from the traps out, and it looks. I think it looks better now with the neck piece. So I kind of sacrificed the traps to have the neck not be so sunken in. So I did that a couple days ago and pretty happy with it too. But yeah, check out DLO's video on that as well. That was scary. I thought I lost you guys for a minute.
Yeah, the neck and the collar thing, like, yeah, I mean, with the neck extension on the Unreal thing, like, I have that one for mine, and with the video I put out in combination, I love mine now. Like, it's really, really good. Obviously, there's always that piece of me that just kind of doesn't 100% love the head sculpt that Hot Toys did. I mean, it's parts of it that I like. Like, I think the face is stronger on the Patterson likeness on that one, but like the egghead style of the top, it just really takes away from what could almost be there. So, I mean, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy for this here, but I might take a look into this head sculpt once I see the Knight's video and see if it's worth my time or not, because I'm a Batman fan and I do dumb things to make sure that I like my Batman as much as I do. So I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna definitely look at D Knight's video once we're done and see if it's worth it or not, because I trust D Knight when it comes to his Batman taste. So
the problem is you got to pay for it up front too. Like, if you could almost like secure your order and then pay upon like, it being
that's
done.
not happening, buddy.
I know it's not going to happen, but
Yeah.
it's just part of the. It's just hard to all of a sudden come up with $330 for a head sculpt.
Well, you got to figure it right now. Like, it's just like, I'm sure when I see the video in a second, I'm going to be really impressed by it there. But then I'm going to think about, I mean, we just finished talking about Darth Vader. We just finished talking about, Batman 2.0. These are all 300 plus stuff. Someone's got to pay for it. Do you go out there and, get the head sculpt right now? I mean, it's to each your own, right? But that's a tough thing to swallow. Like, is it a need, I guess, right now? For me, like, it's a want. It will be 100% it's a want. But do I need it right now? I don't know. I'm gonna have to see D Knight's video. So yeah, definitely, if you guys are interested, take a look at D Knight's video, because I know I will after the show too, and kind of get more of an idea of what I want to do with that there. But if that price tag is what it is, that's going to be tough for me to say yes now with all the stuff that I know I already have to pay for. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it looks nice. It looks really, really nice from what the brief stuff we can see about it right now.
Sure. Cool. All right. Well, we're just under 3 hours here, so I think we're going to call it a night. A Dean night is what we're going to call it.
We'll live unbox it together. We'll all get it. There you
go. Unboxing. We'll all
Here
unbox
it is.
Together.
It's on the figure.
Here it is.
All right, guys.
Looks great.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out all of our channels, including Brick Artemis, who I think he just wanted to go to bed, so he's just like, I'm just going to leave. But that's okay. We still love him anyway. And go subscribe to all these guys' channels. Thank you guys for watching each and every week. Thank you for coming back this week. We had a really good turnout. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you next week. Take care. And too sweet to you, my boys. Too sweet. Good night.